Hi, everybody. We're hanging out today playing some D&D.
I ruined it! Oh, I ruined the intro. Are we live? Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta tell me.
I did.
Tell me. You think it's a
literally,
joke?
I literally counted it down. All right, so we are live. We're going to be playing some D&D today. It's going to be a wonderful thing. We are in the middle of our ongoing campaign with the Dawnforged company, played up all of our wonderful players. Now, we are short a few today, and that's all right. We have Tazir, Ikapurin, Molly Canhaz, sitting out for this session, and then Uza, played by Mike, is actually going to be a little late, got called into work last minute, so just a heads up there, if you're wondering, hey, where are those people? That's where those people are. Other than that, don't forget, as always, show is brought to you by DM Emporium. DM Emporium, your one-stop shop for all your D&D needs and wants and all sorts of wonderful, lovely things. Other than that, yeah, I think... Oh, yeah, Molly Canhaz is our featured streamer with DM Emporium, so if you go to twitch.tv/MollyCanHaz, she'll have a sweet discount code for you to get 10% off, but you have to go visit her to find out what that is. Let me see. Other than that, we'll go into our recap. Does anybody have any other announcements I'm forgetting? No?
I don't think so.
Last time, with the Dawnforged company, they made their way into the Feywild. They met the Queen they had eaten dinner, and prepared themselves for the seeded games that lay ahead. Now, not knowing what to expect, the first of these competitions was a riddle contest. Stepping forward was our druid. Now, Zephyr was able to cunningly overcome the other two sides, both Seelie and Unseelie, to come out on top. The number one. So, after having two contests won, today they will move into the third, a wizard's duel. So let's dive right in.
All right, how'd everybody like that? Is that good?
Cool.
Want to level the music a bit down and your voice
Yeah.
a bit up next time.
And
Yeah, I
a
kinda
little
heard-
less on the
kinda
distortion. It's cool,
Yeah.
though. I like the idea. We should
funny.
definitely...
I dialed it back a
Definitely.
lot from where it was, so I'll keep fine tuning it. I don't know if it's saved from last time. Anyway, so as let's go ahead and dive in here. Let's get a little bit of yeah, that's the one. All right, so as you finish the contest, as far the riddle contest, you all see the glowing tree in the middle sink back once more back into the floor. There's wild applause, clapping everywhere. Like
Congratulations.
You can tell,
Clapter.
clapter. Yep.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You can tell that there were not a lot of people thinking that you were going to win. And again, you see several people exchanging coins. You can tell once again, whoever bet on you made out handsomely. You notice that as the tree retracts into the floor, the water as well, instead of disappearing into the floor, gets shot into the air and flies into 1,000 particulates, making these 3 rainbows in the air before dissolving into nothingness. And then you step as you are standing there. You see the other 2 contestants rising out of the floor. Rising out of the floor, you see only the Unseelie Prince unconscious, laying on the ground, while the wonderful Jindith, the centaur, takes a gigantic breath.
And
then
I
you
go to
see-
shake his hand.
He gives you a big smile. Well done. I wasn't expecting to be bested, but I'm never opposed
I wasn't
to the
expecting
idea.
to win.
Always expect to win. Also,
I
always
look
expect-
over at the fishbowl, and I'm like, is
To
he
that
dead?
You see at that point the fishbowl kind of like rolls over as the Green Knight kind of kicks him over, and then the Green Knight reaches back and kicks him pretty hard the next time, and you just hear as he stands up to his feet and heads over to stand next to the rest of the Unseelie court.
Yeah, my hand's just left sticking out in the air because I was going to help him up or shake him, and then I just kind of like held it back when the Green Knight started kicking him.
As you're holding your hand awkwardly there, Squaliac, the leprechaun, jumps up and slaps your hand. And there you have it. We've hacked out our first real contest in the bag. Something that wasn't able to be cheated out of, but still wonderfully taken care of by our absolutely interesting Fool's Court. A bit of a crowd favorite, are they not? And then you hear there's one part of the room that goes really crazy, and then the other parts just kind of murmuring, and like you see just like
I make it
polite
loud.
claps.
I make the clap.
I use thaumaturgy.
Perfect. And then so as you guys make it louder, he's like, okay, so not as loud as I thought it was going to be, but still pretty decent. Got a lot louder there at the end. Not to be underestimated, apparently. So we'll see, moving on to the next contest, how underestimated they actually were. Or who knows, maybe our Sam brought us a bunch of ringers and is just planning to walk away with this. No one wants everyone to win every contest, do they? No, fuck you, it sucks. And then, and so he's like, that's right. So, let's make it a little more interesting, shall we? We've seen a battle of wits, but what about a battle of minds? Ones that are intrinsically woven into magic. A wizard's duel, then. And then with that, there's a uproarious, just you can tell a lot of people have been waiting for this. You can hear, like, now this time when bets are happening, you can hear the occasional, you can hear coins hitting the ground as people are desperately trying to get their bids in now. You can see people trying to swap them around, figuring out exactly who or what they want to have in this. And then as the cheer goes up, Squaliac starts to rise into the air, and he's like, all right, then. Your attention to the middle here with me. Everyone. And then, like, he kind of raises his hands and it goes deathly quiet. And then he smiles for a second. He's like, so how about an arena worthy of a true fight? Step forward, spellcasters!
Remind Vicer about his potions. Like, use them.
No, I'm gonna let him rot. Of course.
I just lightly tap Vicer's mask as he walks by.
What the fuck, bro? What are you doing?
Perfect. Then, are you bestowing...
Shut up.
Shut up. All right, perfect. And so, in this deathly quiet, he just kind of, a smile comes across Squaliac's face. He's like...
Also, Uza does his spell.
Yep, there's a spells marked down. TJ, mark that you have protection from good and evil.
How?
And in this,
Just write it down.
Yeah, I'll mark it. There.
Oh, and there was one thing I wanted to double check. Cunning action that allows me to disengage. Is that right?
Yes, disengage is a bonus action.
As a bonus action.
Yeah, as opposed to using your full action to do it.
Cool.
All right. And then, as this quiet, you hear, so, what stage could possibly be perfect enough for all three of these brilliant minds? I think I know of one. I think I know of one that will be of great interest to this.
Yeah.
And as he smiles, the room goes dark, and you can see only his face, and then it fades and just his eyes, and finally his smiling teeth. And then as his teeth seem to retract and move backwards towards where the queen would be sitting, it moves through you and behind you, and all of a sudden this big smile and a single purple eye opens. And as it does, the room is flooded with purple light. And in the center of this arena, you see a battlefield. Of course, Mendrin, the Flame Knight, and Vicer all stand upon little pieces of land across this entire thing, and a smiling beholder with more eyes and tentacles than you've ever seen surrounding, holding up each piece of land. And then...
I killed one of those!
What's that?
It's like, is it...
Let's go, just yells out, I killed one of those!
Perfect. And then, so with that... Go ahead.
Nothing. I thought of something stupid that would never work.
Well, let me know.
No, I was like, oh, I'm gonna enthrall the fucking beholder, but there's no way that you can't enthrall the beholder. Just have it crush them. That'd been amazing. Anyway, I know why you can't do that, and you shouldn't be able to do that. Fun thought, though.
Fun thought, though. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so go ahead and have you roll for initiative.
Yes! Yes! Finally! Oh my god.
That was really
Never
important
first.
too.
Never first. Oh yes. Very important to my quote-unquote strategy.
All right, hold on. I got to re-roll for them, but I'll make sure I'm gonna keep their rolls. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
It's just not showing up in. There
Oh yeah, here. I forgot to click my dude.
we go. And then still not showing up. Oh,
There we
that's
go.
weird.
Now I'm showed up.
No, I already had you.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Now
okay.
you
Change the one
fucked
you
it.
can see. Hold on one second.
There we
So
are.
we'll go ahead and chorus mentions. Initiatavo. Bam. Alright, and then the Flame Knights. Initiative.
Flame Knight has +7. I have no bonus. No, do I have 2? I have bonus 2 to my.
The
You have
Flame
2.
Knight
Yeah,
rolled
2.
a natural 1, so he has an 8, and then Chorus Mendrin rolled a respectable 15. Alright, so with that, at the top of the round, Vicer, how do you want to kick this duel off?
There's a first time for everything.
Let's become a trio. Three people.
Even though
Triumvirate!
That's the one.
I do a little wave and then I disappear.
Okay.
And then I'm going to let's see what else. What are my minor spells? Sorry, I'm trying not to fuck this up.
That's all right.
Got
Remember, it
fast
has-
with him, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
you
fast
also have
with me.
And
Oh
fa-
yeah, we have a whole thing.
Potions have a pretty good distance for them, so.
I'm just checking my bonus actions and everything. Faf, you're huge.
You wish. You didn't prepare that spell. And remember, it has, since you used your action to cast invisibility, greater invisibility, it has to have a casting time of a bonus action.
What about a bonus action?
You can't cast something that costs another action. It has to be
Oh,
costing
yeah,
a bonus action.
No worries. I'm going to spend 1 spell slot to cast Prestidigitation. Is that
Prestidigitation's
what
a
I want?
cantrip.
Sorry.
You don't need to use a cantrip. It's a cantrip.
Don't
It doesn't
need to-
cost a spell slot. You mean
Oh.
you mean a sorcery point?
Yeah,
To
sorcery
quicken
point.
it?
Sorry.
Okay, perfect. What would you like to do with Prestidigitation?
I would minor check sensory. Oh, sorry. I may have picked. Sorry, minor illusion is what I meant.
Okay, perfect. What would you like
And
your
then-
illusion to be?
I'm going to cast it onto the helmet of the Flame Knight.
Okay.
And then I'm going to speak through it. Say he's the Unseelie, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
Like, you Seelie bastard! You come for me! You ignore the fool! I won't hire anything!
Okay.
He's not worth a second thought! I'll destroy him when I'm done destroying you!
Go and make a performance check.
Do it, fam. Do it up. Do it, fam. Do it up.
What am I doing? Sorry.
Performance check.
Performance. Can I do a persuasion?
No, it has to be. Well, because you're impersonating somebody else, it's performance. All right. Okay. Shit. Okay.
Congratulations.
So, congratulations. So with that, Chorus being up next, he is just gonna be like, very well. I'll deal with you now, you arrogant piece of shit. And then he's going to. And so, even though as he's speaking, you see he uses his turn to cast Mage Armor. And then he kind of like starts to posture, and he he's like, and as he's posturing, he casts Mage Armor, and you see he kind of pulls out something from his sleeve, and he's like, all right, then come and get me, arrogant fuck. And he also taunts the Flame Knight. The Flame Knight is going to just, you see the Flame Knight like moving its head, like he's trying to like deal with the helmet thing, and then you can see he just shakes his head and forgets about it. And he's going to hold on, I think he can do this as a bonus action. Okay, so you see he's like he just kind of he throws his hand to the ground, and he uses, where is this stupid thing? No, it's in here. There we go. He's going to cast Mordekainen's Faithful Hound. And you see next
What
to
is
him,
that?
go ahead. And as you see,
What is that?
well, as you see, as he drops his hand to the ground, you see this shadow of a dog kind of rise out of the ground. Just like, yeah. And you see Korus waves his hand aside, and it disappears into smoke. He's like, I'm looking for a companion to fight me. I don't think so. Let's go. And and then the Flame Knight just looks up, and you see he just touches his helmet and runs forward.
Oh, get some!
And he leaps across, and he makes it to about there. It's back to you.
All right. I'm gonna cast Fly.
Perfect. It's not damaging or hurting anything, so you are able to do this without breaking your invisibility.
But I'm gonna float up about 30 feet.
30 feet? Okay.
And
Let's get that vantage point, son.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be hit by a stray spark and uncloaked or something. Oh god. And then, my sword, I can cast shield on myself or something, right? Is that? I always fuck this one.
Yeah, you can cast shield. Shield only lasts a single round, though. It's more of a reaction.
Oh, okay.
You
Alright,
can
I won't
also
bother.
cast.
Yeah, it's a good reaction.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna watch this for a moment. Yeah.
So, as it comes back to Korus' turn, he's like, as far as companions go, you chose the wrong one. And then you see he starts to cast, and then I'm going to roll a d20 on this one. Okay, and then with that, as he starts to summon his, you see the shape of, like, you see you see the Flame Knight's shadow detach, and then pull swords from its back, and then turn them around as if to go strike, and then the Flame Knight just pulls its sword, and then cuts the magic off, counterspelling it as well.
Good, yes, counterspell each other, yes, good. Do it, yes, good, yes.
I'm gonna make sure I'm keeping track of spell slots. This is super important that I keep track of spell slots. Alright, and then the Flame Knight. What's that? Go ahead.
There's a made a noise while shoving cornbread in my mouth. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's okay.
This is totally me playing Smash Brothers.
So...
Or magic.
Or magic.
Yeah.
You fuck.
I mean, if it
that,
works.
the Flame Knight is going to cast Ball of Flame, a Flaming Sphere, I mean, and not wanting to counterspell such a low level, this is actually let through. Let me pull the come on. There we go. Ball of Fire. And he's gonna put that right there. And dexterity saving throw from Korus. Makes his dexterity saving throw. So it's going to be 2d6 fire damage cut in half. So 2 points of damage to Korus.
Damn, 2d6 and you only get 5. I guess that's...
And you see as the flames lick out towards Korus, it doesn't do any. It doesn't actually reach him. It kind of gets sucked up into something. Like this like magical field that kind of like absorbs it as it goes around, and does no damage to him as he leaps out of the way and is like, ha, You thought you were going to do well with that. And as he's speaking, the Flame Knight again runs and jumps up towards him. And then as he lands, he unleashes the spell he cast last time, which is Dragon's Breath. So when he tapped his helmet, he cast it as a bonus action. He is burning through his spell slots like a mofo. Oh. Alright, and then, so dexterity saving throw from Chorus. 15. He doesn't make it, so he takes... Oh my god, it has to do... So it's fire, so it'd be 13 points of fire damage. Again, all sucked up into this odd field around Chorus Benjamin. Alright, and that brings us back to Visair.
The excitement is killing you, I know. I'm gonna use Minor Illusion again. What's the... I know I asked you this earlier, but what's the worst thing an Unseelie could say to a Seelie?
Oh,
It's like you
You're untrustworthy. You've broken your vows. You're a liar. You broke
right.
a trust. You lied.
I'm gonna make the... So that's what you say to a Seelie?
That's what you say. Any Seelie or Unseelie. It's any
Okay.
Fae. It is a huge insult.
Okay, so I'm gonna make the Flame Knight say, "You are untrue, you are untrustworthy, and you are not worthy of any position or rank you've been given."
Perfect. That roll a performance check at advantage since you got a nat 20 last time, and no one's heard his voice, so this is the only voice that anybody has associated
Soft
with it.
20.
Soft 20. Oh yeah, yeah. You get the and as you say that, Chorus responds is like, huh, "You don't even know me, yet you want to fucking fuck you." And that'll bring us to go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good.
So Chorus, he's going to with him standing right there, he's going to cone of cold him. So that's a Constitution saving throw from the Flame Knight.
Holy shit!
Makes it. All
The
right.
protocol is serious bullshit, dude.
So you see, as he goes to cast it, he pulls out a small crystal, and then he just holds it in front of his face, and he blows forward, and this giant whirling blizzard blasts out of his mouth, and it hits the Flame Knight, but doesn't. The Flame Knight he kind of like powers through it, and he makes it okay, but not amazing. So 20 points damage to the Flame Knight, and you see he's got like some ice and stuff forming on his armor now, and he's looking very, very bad. Oh, he's not looking super bad, but that hit him really hard. So he's going to turn around, and then as he's got him within his grasp, he is going to use...
I love this.
He's going to use Tensor's Transformation.
Oh shit.
Oh, snap.
So
pop.
he gains 50 temporary health points. He has
Fuck you.
advantages on attack rolls made with simple or martial weapons.
I like this thing. I'm gonna try this. This is cool.
Yeah, when he hits with a weapon attack, a target takes an extra 2d12 force damage. He has
Christ on a
proficiency with
cracker.
all armor, shields, weapons, and martial proficiency. Proficiency with strength and constitution saving throws. He can attack twice instead of once, and you ignore this benefit, but he doesn't already have 2 attacks, so now he has 2 attacks.
How long does this last?
Up to 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, cool. Cool.
You are now fighting Bloodscale. With spells.
Oh no,
What
yeah.
spell?
There's only one thing to do in this situation. Let's wait it out.
And then, oh, let's see. He needs. I forgot to make his Constitution saving throw to keep concentration on fire breath. Let's see how he does.
If he lets loose a potion, does
No.
that ruin his invisibility?
Yeah, any
if I just-
harmful attack can ruin it.
What if I drop it on accident as I fly
Yeah,
over it?
that's.
It's not. That's not how any of that works, and you know it.
Believe me, no, just I had already planned that, and he was like, "Dude,
Nah, dude, nah. Nah,
Alright,
fam,
perfect.
nah.
So,
That'd be the perfect time to do it too. Shit. Too
yeah, I was
bad.
gonna fire scritch them both, maybe a little
Yeah.
Haunt of the Dead, but I'm like, all right.
and then
I'm just gonna let this play out a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah,
perfect. And then he's going to recast Dragon Breath on himself, and then I think
Well, it takes an action to transform, so he can't attack yet.
Yeah. So as you see, as the Flame Knight touches themselves, you see just their body like kind of like almost breaks into this new larger form, and then he pulls its sword, and then let's see what I'm okay, so and then he is going to just recast Dragon Breath on himself. All right, that'll bring us to Visair.
The Flame Knight is huge. The other guy's already mad at him. What can I?
You also have
I mean,
Faf at your side that you can give commands as I'll let you do that as an action.
Oh no, Ty, when I say now to Faf, you know what to do.
Well, don't forget, Faf can invisibility at will, so you can have him try to do stuff, and you'd still be invisible.
Cool. Yeah. I still have an idea.
Perfect. Okay.
The DM begging you to do something.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just like.
Oh, you're
I don't
playing
think I have any-
strategically, man.
I mean, yeah, I don't have a lot of hit points. I certainly don't have 50 bonus ones to spare, so I'm trying to play this cool. All right, I'm just gonna chill. I think I'm gonna chill. I don't think there's any way I can buff myself right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's you. Perfect. That'll take us over to Chorus.
Oh,
Minions
you know
then.
what? Actually, oh no, that's concentrate. Never mind. Nothing.
Okay.
You're good.
Perfect. He's like, as you see the Flame Knight now standing ready. I gotta check one thing. I'm fairly certain of. Okay, yeah, he didn't cast Dragon's Breath because that's a concentration spell, so never mind. But he's gonna be like, you see Chorus Mendrin give him just like a small, like almost like fucking anime dude smile, as he's like, I've got something for concentration, and he casts Synaptic Static.
Bizz. Hit him with that bizz. With the brat brat.
As far as just so you guys can see what it does, Synaptic Static. Now you see he reaches out and he just points to like an area right behind the Flame Knight, and all of a sudden you just see this explosion of this like almost teal electrified energy that kind of explodes outwards, and then it is a what is this save? I'm so sorry. Intelligence save. Luckily, Flame Knight's pretty good at those.
We'll see. Oh damn.
He makes his save.
Plus
He
8.
still takes half damage, so still another 20 points of damage coming out from the chorus.
So he only has 30 bonus now.
That's correct.
How are they looking?
What's that?
How are they looking?
Not like chorus hasn't been touched at all. All of the damage that's gone to him has been absorbed by his little barrier. The Flame Knight has a bunch of ice and stuff sticking out of him, and then let's see. After a failed save, so he made his save, so I don't think he has to do this. So.
No, but I think he still has to do a general concentration check.
Yeah, he definitely does. Intelligence. Okay, perfect. So, and then Constitution. And then I forgot he has Warcaster, so he can make it again. 20 damage. I don't think he makes it because it's 20 divided in half, so he'd have to need to be... No, he makes it because of the Constitution modifier, just barely. No, he doesn't.
Okay, let's find out.
My brain has just forgotten concentration checks.
I'm looking at it.
Sorry, everybody. Give me 1 second.
Whenever you take damage while you're concentrating on a spell, you must make a Constitution saving throw to maintain it. The DC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher.
Perfect. Okay, so half the damage was... So he took 20 damage. So
half the damage is 10, so 10 DC either way.
Perfect. So he made it. Thank you. My brain just was not going to do it today. All right.
That's what I'm here for, fam.
Thank you, fam. All right. And then, so that'll be Chorus's turn. That'll bring us to the Flame Knight with his new giant crazy form. So he is going to take an action. He's going to reach out with... He's going to strike out with his longsword. Twice. First one will hit. The second one will not. So that is a fucking... So he's doing it two-handed because he doesn't have it, so it's 11, and then plus an additional 2d12. Yeah, 2d12. So another 8, so 19 points of slashing damage. And on the second one, he swings just a little wild and isn't able to hit him. But since Chorus isn't concentrating on anything, he doesn't have to make a Constitution saving throw. So that's a total of 18 points of damage. And you see, as the first one misses, but the second strike, you see it's held at bay for just a second before you hear this almost glass shattering of the ward around Chorus Mendrin. As he now, and you see it dig into his chest. Alright, and then that'll bring us to the illustrious Vicer Guile.
I don't know. I wrote this down. It says 4 charges to detect thought. Does that sound one of my things? One of my items?
I think you had a ring that did that, but I'm not sure you're attuned to it anymore.
I don't think the only few things needed attunement. I don't think that was one of them.
Dude, you already died once. Stop it.
So I know I'm trying. Hold on. Once,
Yeah.
Kundo. It should be in the magical items. Let me take a look here. I think it was Ring of. No, that was Ring of Telekinesis.
No, that was it. Yeah. The ring of not telekinesis, but it's telepathy.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it? Telekinesis.
Yeah, you have a ring of
That's
telekinesis.
telekinesis, Kyle.
You know, I probably meant telepathy because that would be really ridiculously strong to have a ring of telekinesis. So.
And I have telekinesis.
Yeah, so you can use it if you like.
Okay. I want to use it to see if there's any mind in the beholder.
Okay. Perfect. And then.
And I just want to ring in with a little like, "Hello, I just was wondering how you're doing here, or what's going on? What's
How's it
going
going?
on?
How's your day?
How's your day?
Okay.
This is pretty
so,
crazy, huh?"
Detect thoughts. That's gonna be a is there a saving throw to resist it? I'm pretty sure there is. Wisdom saving throw. Okay, hold on.
This is not me trying to like force it. This is me trying to like wave.
Oh yeah.
Knock
so
on the door.
it's not telepathy in the way that it's detect thoughts. So you try to skim their thoughts.
Oh.
You can't talk to them. So
okay.
It rolled really low. So
Don't touch the door.
you get this pulling, and you hear it you hear Squaliac's voice going, "Are you fucking kidding me? We finally have 3, and he just fucking hides the entire time. What a little fucking bitch."
Oh man.
And then you also
Squaliac, you're the worst.
And then at the end he's like, "I'm gonna lose so much fucking money."
Right. Me and Squaliac are about to be best friends if I win this thing.
Unless he bet against you, and then he's gonna lose so much money.
So much money. I don't know, dude. I'm still like, he has how much health? All right, well, I'm just gonna hang out. We're good.
At that point, it's gonna be Chorus Mendrin's turn. He's like, "All right, you're one for changes. I guess I will be too." And he's gonna cast Investiture of Ice on himself.
Oh my god.
Man, somebody should make a song about this fight. Some sort of song of ice.
I thought that was just a
Fire.
druid thing.
Perfect. And so you see, as he rubs it, he like presses his hand to the cut, and he pulls out a single droplet of blood, and then it freezes on his finger, and he snaps his fingers. And as he does, the shards splay out and freeze, and start to cover his entire body. And then you see this almost like wind shooting out from his arms. This like robe of pure ice forms over him, and he almost lifts a little bit into the air as now he has this he's like almost looks like a ghost made of flowing frosting air coming from every pore. His eyes go a steely white, almost white, just a palest blue, and his shock white hair starts to flow in this breeze around him as a icy crown forms around the top of his head. And
I get to do that.
That's cool.
and
What level spell is that?
that is a level
He's blowing
6.
a very high level
Level
spell
6.
for that, so he's clearing out his big stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Perfect. And then so that'll take
Bodes
his...
well for you.
Bodes well for me, yeah.
We'll see. That'll bring us back to the Flame Knight, who's just silent as the grave, and he is going to, seeing this particular thing happen. He's going to. Let's see. So, does he have any bonus action spells? He does not.
Oh man.
So he is going to bonus action. You see him misty steps, just and as he stands back, he's going to. You see something that you recognize as he kind of you recognize the somatic components of it as he draws his blade across his gauntleted hand, and as this spark forms, he points his sword forward, and you see the tiniest little. As it flies out, and then as it hits the icy form of Course Mendrin, it explodes as he casts Fireball at a 5th level.
Oh shit! That's a lot of damage.
Dexterity saving throw from Chorus Mendrin. He makes his dexterity saving throw, and you see as the investigators of ice are around him, and he kind of dives to the side, and as he pulls his hand up, you see ice form between him and the fireballs. It explodes, but he still takes 20 points of damage as it rocks into and through. At least you think it does. And then you see as he reaches out, he does something, and he absorbs some of the fire into him.
So he's covered in ice now?
He's covered in ice. He's resistant.
Oh, wait a
to
minute. Wait a
fire.
minute. Hold on. Oh, he would be. But
Yeah, he's resistant to fire.
Oh,
and
no, he
to
would
ice.
be. But the Flame Knight took the feat of Elemental Adept, which ignores all resistances to flame.
Oh, snap.
That's gonna burn.
Perfect. And then so the Arcane Lord has been used. 1 second. I was trying to find his improved abjuration. Where is that? Sorry.
Sorcery, am I right?
Spells.
Oh shit, I had something for this.
shit.
Hold on. Let me.
He actually. Okay, so. Wow, he actually didn't have it. That's oversight on his part. That's good. Wouldn't help him too much. All right, so 20 points of damage as you see some of the flames lick into his form.
How's he looking?
A little toasty, but not bad. As he makes his Constitution saving throw to keep his vestures of ice going. And that'll bring us to Vicer. The snake in the grass tile.
So his head is covered in ice now?
Yeah, the vestiges cover his entire body. And
Okay.
yeah.
Time for him to say some stuff. I'm going to...
Oh, no. Yeah, sorry. His head isn't encased. It was a crown of ice that formed on his head.
Okay. Never mind, then. Da-da-da. How many rounds have we been in?
It's about 4 or 5 rounds.
Okay. And a minute is 10 rounds, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. I don't need to refresh. I was just checking to see if I needed to refresh anything.
No, not yet.
Cool. Golly. I know I should get involved. I don't know. Sound on the beach. I'm gonna whisper to Faf. And I'm gonna be like, hey, if you can get into range, if you could sneak in and hit them with your dizzying breath. Nah, you know what? No, let's hang out. We'll hang out. It's good.
Perfect. Okay.
Just watch these two land haymaker after haymaker, and we'll see if we can clean up.
So, I forgot what that's
Guarantee one-on-one, these guys would destroy me.
So with that, Course Mendrin's going to float forward for his turn, and he's going to use his action to create a cone of freezing wind. And so as he flies forward, he leans forward as he floats forward, ice and wind flying towards the form of the Flame Knight. It's ice, snow, icicles all flying and hitting him directly. So, Constitution saving throw from the Flame Knight. Doesn't make it. So he takes 46 cold damage. 17 points of cold damage.
Yeah.
So wait,
We've
who's...
almost worn through his 50 extra points. Is that correct?
Almost, yeah.
Is that the Flame Knight?
Flame Knight took the damage.
Flame Knight took the
Okay,
damage.
yeah.
No, the Chorus Mention's the ice guy who's using all the ice stuff right now.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's what I forgot. Sorry, 1 second.
Son of a bee!
Oh my god.
Son of a
Okay,
bee!
good. It wouldn't have mattered. Wouldn't have mattered. Okay, so with that, the Flame Knight is going to respond. He is going to.
I almost want to start up my little violin fingers.
Totally blow your cover.
Oh, I know. Although I could make the rock start singing,
Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
just for giggles. I'm representing the fool's court after all.
No, you make the
Okay.
beholder start singing.
So he's gonna take his 2 strikes.
That could distract them too, maybe.
Mhm.
You're lucky.
19 and 20. So Chorus is going to cast. Oh, sorry, 1 second. No, he's not. So Chorus is going to have to fucking take those on the chin. He was hoping to have him dead by now. That's okay.
Oh, how's Chorus
so-
looking?
And then well, he got hit with that, so it's 40-12. So 20.
Ew.
So
Literally down the
42
middle.
42 points of slashing damage done to Chorus Mendrin's fucking icy form. You see he's carving through these vestiges. And then, as he does, you see the once blustery, icy form of Chorus Mendrin flowing forward and standing through it. The knight kind of turns around, turns his sword around, comes upwards with a slice upwards, and he cuts just upwards, catching the chin of Chorus, splitting it, and blood kind of gashing out. And he spins his sword around and comes across, making a cross strike across the center of Chorus Mendrin, as that also bursts out with blood. As he does, the ice around shatters in this sound of breaking glass as Cormish kind of like stumbles, but he doesn't fall down. And that'll bring us.
How
to
bad
our
does he look?
Oh, Chorus is super fucked up. The Flame Knight, he's got temporary hit points, but doing the math, you can tell, Chorus definitely still has something left in him, but the Flame Knight definitely has the upper hand.
And the Flame Knight's looking a little roughed?
Yeah, the Flame Knight is looking a little bloody.
Alright, let's do this. Alright, sorry, I turned to Faf. Alright, Faf. You hit the ice guy, I'll hit the flame guy, alright? On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Then I'm gonna immolate the Flame Knight with a surprise attack.
Excellent.
For-
So,
And
For
then
sure.
Faf is gonna hit the Ice Knight with Immolate that's stored in the spell ring that he's holding!
all right. Perfect. So, let me check his feats real quick. I don't believe he has anything for this.
Oh my god, Faf's hits for
Nope.
37!
Oh my
Because
God.
it's...
Okay, so,
Mine hits for 24, but is a sneak attack crit.
Well, he needs a... Oh, you know what? Since you're a sneak attack from invisibility, because
both
you have
distracted.
that, they're both super distracted. Let's just say disadvantage on the saving throws for sure.
Yeah!
And does not make it. Does not make it.
That was con, not dex.
Oh, sorry. It's the same modifier for him.
Alright.
So,
Yeah!
so yours does 48 points of fire damage, and his does 37 points of fire damage. Am I reading
37!
that?
Try not to do any damage on your way through the parking lot, Faf!
No.
Good
you-
boy, Faf.
Oh, man.
Then we find out the Flame Knight just absorbs fire, and it's fine. In fact, you healed him. Congratulations.
He wishes. No, that is not what happened. God.
You're right, Mike's not DMing this.
So you see Chorus Mendrin, as you pop out, you see like both of them, like all of a sudden they're like almost absorbing their hatred for each other. Chorus looking for
Oh, yeah,
looking,
total
holding
Nani
his chest,
moment.
and as you fire at Course Mendrin, though, he pulls out a rod just barely in time and uses the Rod of Absorption. And he absorbs the energy from your first barrage. But it uses his reaction. He absorbs it from Faf. The Flame Knot, however, completely flat-footed. You hit him in the side of the head, knocking the helmet off and burning a good portion of the body and face underneath. And you recognize the form of like a Gith who had hair and no longer has hair. And you still have a fucking bonus action.
Also,
I'm
isn't
gonna
that guy now
quicken
technically
spell
on
and cast
fire?
Sunbeam.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I have to make a Constitution saving throw for this Flame Knight. I don't think he can even make it. No, he didn't. So he loses his Tensor's transformation.
Oh yes!
So I'm gonna use 7 sorcery points to quicken Sunbeam.
Yep.
And draw the line right across the 2 of them, so they both get hit.
God damn you. Okay. Constitution.
Oh, he's not fucking around.
Okay, so is it half damage?
Half damage, and if they don't make it, they're blind.
Okay, so Flame Knight is toasty, and then Chorus is. So as you burst out of nowhere, you see like the both of them like turning towards you now. They're like, oh fuck! You can tell they were so absorbed in their hatred because of the way you kicked shit off. And as they're like, oh fuck, you just kind of do a quick trace of of your finger, and all of you see this like. If it's almost like a train made out of light, just wham, across in the both of them like as they kind of like burn, and you see just the image of them, and the sunlight is so bright, it's just that image, but like, and you close your eyes and you can still see the like silhouettes of them frozen in time as this hits them, and as dust settles,
they're both on fire too.
Oh yeah, as the dust
One
settles,
of them is. The Rod of Absorption one is not on fire.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, it does not matter. At the you can only do it once per turn. And so as the dust settles, you see a perfectly untouched Visair flying in the air with flies around his head, lands on his shoulder, and is just like, yeah, and he lets like this little like rainbow breath out roar on his shoulder as the 2 heaps of burning wizards lies in front of him.
So I fly up and I go, let this be a lesson to you, that even a fool can defeat you if you are so concentrated on fighting one another. I bow again.
And as you
face palms because you just fucked him.
And then I fly, and then I just sort of float over to my team, just shooting like little sparkles behind me, like little, a little trail of just fun little fireworks and stuff.
And
I wave to the crowd.
Thaf is also like kind of sauntering over, puking out little, sparkling rainbow flames behind you, or I guess little puffs of rainbow and sparkles and everything as you head back to your team.
I walk up to here, Sam, and I go, not about what you were looking for.
So as the lights come on, it's almost like all of a sudden after, like, there's a darkness and then just a light as everything's back to normal in an instant. You get the idea that the battlefield was one massively overwhelming illusion that was just dispelled. As Squaliac,
I already knew that.
Squaliac walks up. He's like, "Well, there you have it. Don't forget about the fools. I mean, really, don't forget about them, or else you might forget how much you bet on them." And you see, he looks over at like one of the guys with a bunch of patches on his belt, and clearly he's been learning stuff in a book. You see the guy just kind of give him a fucking glare, and he's like,
"Oh, I'm gonna walk over to the ice guy. Sorry, I can't remember his name.
Chorus Mendrin. And as you do,
Mendrin. Yeah.
So as you do, you see the Pegasus form of, I forgot how to pronounce their name. Ikaiharn, kind of has like flown, and as it flies to the center and then spreads out its wings, and you see instantly the fire engulfing them is dispelled, and all of the patches of like burnt bits and flesh and wounds all instantly heal over as they both stand up, kind of shake it off.
Sorry I had to do that. I just wanted you guys to know that, like, I put words in the Flame Knight's mouth. He didn't actually say any of that. Don't take any of it personally. I'm sorry. It was a duel. I had to do it. Please understand it. I'm sorry about that. I didn't want to dishonor the Flame Knight at all. He never said anything about you or your honor or whether or not you're trustworthy. I couldn't let that stand, really. So, good duel. Good duel. Next
Yeah.
time,
Great duel.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are you...
am I what?
Motherfuck!
What?
Nothing.
No, definitely not a motherfucker.
No,
Hide your mother, though, am I right?
God, I love Vicer.
You see, he looks absolutely like devastated. Like you can tell, like this is a
Hey.
huge deal for him. Like,
Dude,
he's
chin
just
up.
kind of like he's like,
Chin up, dude. It's alright. Don't worry. You're not gonna lose to them. You're gonna lose to us, the fools. It's gonna be just fine. It's just gonna go down in history. People are gonna be like, oh, that team. What?
I trained my entire life for this moment.
Oh,
I read
rough.
every book I could.
Right. And what did you learn?
And I let myself be blinded by fucking anger.
Uh-huh. Right,
He
you
looks
see
at
how you see how useless your hate towards the Unseelie is now, right? Like you get it? You get it in
levels-
like an actual factual sense, right?
He levels his eyes at you and he's like, I will be the greatest magic user there ever was.
Well, for now you're gonna have to settle for second.
No, no, as you say that, he's like, that's right, for now. I challenge you
don't-
sometimes in the future.
Alright, as long as it's not to the death, like let's not be crazy about this. Alright, let's be cool. Let's be alright. We'll be rivals, but let's not be toxic. Let's not let hatred of each other cloud us to where this can
Very
happen
well.
to you again.
Alright, well, since... You know what? In the end, we'll make each other better. And he puts out his hand.
I'll definitely make you better. Shake his hand.
As you do, he's like,
I give him
He's
a
like-
little wink, like I'm just fucking with you.
and as you give him a wink, he's like, don't forget what you saw before your little show. And he gives you...
You think I don't have a plan for that too? That's adorable. Anyway, I gotta talk to the Gith. Well done. Good battle. See you
And as
later.
you go over to the Gith, they're picking up a helmet and putting it back on as you see...
Are you all right there? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I made you say those things. It was a tactic. I'll let him know that you didn't say any of that. I thought you thought a good duel. That's great. That's good.
You hear this in your mind.
Oh,
I don't
telepathy.
care
I
what
like
he
it.
thinks.
I
I care what you think.
You don't care. I don't have an opinion.
Do
I'm
not
just saying you did it
apologize. Strategy is strategy. Go.
right.
And he turns
Alright,
and just walks.
Good duel. See you
And
later.
as you say good duel, you see he stops as you say good duel, and he turns around and he walks over and he gives you a bow. I am defeated.
return it.
Aww,
And then he steps up and turns and walks back.
you just
As
winning
he-
hearts everywhere, Vicer. Shit.
That's what happens when you have. What do we got? What do we got?
Oh,
18
what do you have now?
charisma.
Oh, actually, you know what? You probably better make that 20 because you won.
20 charisma! Look out, fools! Here I come! I got a
Woo!
5 bonus to my charisma checks. I
that
cast with
reminds me.
charisma, guys. This is gross.
I did change.
Love
I
it.
did change what I was gonna do. So I forgot. Zephyr, go ahead and put back. You think you took it out of dexterity or something? You took it out of-
I'm trying to remember. What did I? No, I didn't take it out of dexterity. I took it out of intelligence.
Okay, go ahead and put one back in intelligence, so that way you just got a flat +2 to your wisdom
Okay.
as your reward for winning. All right, so
Wait. So I got +2 to my wisdom instead of +1?
Yes.
that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a
It points to
contender now.
modifiers!
All right.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Hang
Well,
on.
I'm
So-
glad that worked. That was the only idea I had for that whole wizard's duel, by the way. Thank god it worked.
Your performance checks needed to be that good for it to work, but you rolled super fucking well, and you kept it up.
20.
And they were like, their actions were based off of yours. So well done, man.
That whole faff. I got a credit to Ty because I was trying to do the double immolate myself. I was gonna try and get 3 immolates off from the sneak attack, but I needed someone else to carry it, and that's how Faff got the ring and the greatest double
Goes-
whammy.
The Ring of
By the way,
Spellstorm
he's
says
keeping that
any
ring.
creature. So
Yeah.
that's
That ring is now just permanently wrapped around, or permanently on Faff's tail, I think. Yeah.
actually it's a magical item. It shrinks. He can wear it on his little dragon hand.
I don't like
Little
that.
baby
On his
dragon
tail.
You like it on
Hell
his tail?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Goes on
at
the tail then.
17 now.
Hell yeah.
Never mess with a Pokemon Master! No, I'm just kidding.
My wisdom and charisma are the same now. Yay!
Nice. My wisdom is still 0.
So you added 2 last time. So you weren't supposed to add anything to wisdom. You're just adding that intelligence back because
Wait,
last
did
time I
we
let
add
you.
2 last time?
We did,
Yeah,
because
you
we let
took-
you take
you took
1
out of it, yeah.
and then add 2. So you're still at 16.
Oh, okay,
for
so
wisdom.
it's 16.
Still
Okay.
pretty good.
Still good.
Yeah.
Still happy. I'm not dumber.
So at that point, Squaleak is like,
Okay.
walks to the center of the arena. He's like, well, that was something else. But our next competition is something you can't hide from. It's not something that you can be really tricky about. I mean, maybe you can. I don't know of a way to do it. It's a test of pure strength. Pure constitution of... let's just call it what it is. It's a test of might! And as he says test of might, again, the... of the...
Bloodscale's watching his gauntlet to see if it flashes any colors for him.
It does not. For this particular one. You had silver attuned this morning still, correct?
I believe so.
Perfect. Okay. And then so, as he says it, before he even said, like, you hear the room start churning and like it's starting to transform. Like, shall we have our contestants? And you see,
Real quick, is he allowed to take anything with him? Like potions and stuff?
he's not allowed to take any weapons with him. And you know, potions, if you can sneak taking them, they're allowed, but you have to be really careful and sneaky with them.
But if I were
Bloodscale
to
is
say
not.
try and palm him some dead man's revenge, that would be illegal, yeah?
If you were caught, yes.
If we were
Do
caught.
not give him one of those. He can win on his own.
I know.
Oh,
I
and
just
Bloodscale would
realized-
just look at you like, really, dude?
That's fun. I don't know. Could be hilarious.
I'll take my potions back though if you don't want them.
Which potion?
As you guys,
yeah.
as you guys are thinking about it, you
I'll keep
just hear
one of
Sam.
each.
You just hear Sam. Maybe later. Maybe.
I hand
I'm-
Uza my axe and my pickaxe.
And Uza like takes
And the
he
back
kind of
holding.
drops, and then like as he's like, oh, and he like almost falls over at the weight of all of it. You got it, blood, bro.
All right, I'll say. How about I take back Fire Scritch?
Here's what I'll do. I'll keep 1 Fire Scritch and 1 Dead Man's Revenge.
Seriously,
you take 2 of
stop
each.
talking about it.
No, I'm giving it to her. It's not like
To
a...
me. Oh,
No.
okay.
Sam is telling you guys to fucking be
Sorry.
cool.
Bloodscale
still in
does
the
have
middle
his
of-
claws out, though.
And everything like that. Perfect. You got your claws out, and then so,
He's not taking any weapons in with him. It's a natural part of his body.
perfect.
Just
And then so you see, Velthram hands over the biggest war hammer you've ever seen. It's like its head is almost as long as his horns, and he's got like a 6-foot horn.
Wingspan!
Horn span.
Hornspan!
And then
Skull span!
the
C-span.
the large form of the Green Knight also comes forward, leaving all weapons behind, but still wearing full armor. All right, so the test of might. Well, most of you have seen this one done before. You got to break it open, but you also have to have the only thing that can break it open. So let's take a look, shall we? And as he spreads his fingers wide, from his fingertips, you see small leaves fly out and flurry up as green grass starts to grow. And then on each, from all 4 directions, these paths form, and you see growing out is a hedge maze. And at the center of it is a glowing orange fiery crystal. Oh, you guys can't see that because you got. Or can you guys see that? Hold on
Alright.
1 second. You guys, can you guys see it?
Gem?
I can see it.
Neutral party?
Topiary.
Excellent. Okay, sorry. I just thought I had the. Bam. There we go. And so as you form, you see on each side, starting from where you were, like you're starting from the top, you see Squaleak. He's now standing on top of this crystal in the center, and he kind of gives a small bow. He's like, "All right then, first to break it open." And then he jumps off, and then he like kind of jumps, and as he does a front flip, he like rolls into himself and disappears into nothingness. And with that, let's get some good music for the test of strength.
Test of strength. Test of...
That's too much orc noises. Let's do... Hold on. Welcome back, my
He's
friend.
back!
Hey!
Hey, hope we're
You'll be happy to know I won the Wizards duel without getting hit.
Yeah, he did.
I immediately stealthed. I used Minor Illusion to make it seem like the Flame Knight was hurling insults at the ice guy. They went at it. They went ham, and then I waited for an opening and then popped out of invisibility using a sneak attack immolate and having Faf shoot an immolate out of his spell stored ring that he was holding on to. And then I hit him with a sunbeam. And that was it.
Oh, I missed it. That sounds so fucking awesome.
It was
Luckily
really
it's
cool.
recorded.
Yeah, and you saw like both of them were using like Vestitures of Ice and Tensor's Transformation. It was very cool.
They were going
Abjuration,
ham. And then,
Abjuration versus War Magic. It was intense. All right.
and then after it, I flew up and was like, "That's why you don't fucking fight." Anyway, it was great.
All
Is
right.
Bloodscale now punching people?
Blood
we
Scales
just started.
He's going to be.
just started the test of strength.
Okay. Is there any way I could have cast the same on him?
Yes.
Okay. You need me to roll a check?
No, I'm just. Well, yeah. Actually, do a sleight of hand check for me.
No problem.
Yeah.
Did I have to do any luck for the previous one?
No. I just let the previous one happen because it was. I knew that it would have been okay because that was the first one, and there was the entire place went dark, and there was a cool beholder map. It was neat. Oh yeah.
Tried to mind read the
Strong.
beholder to see if I could get it to help me.
It was a good thing Bloodscale didn't see this either, because he
Yeah.
would have actually slapped your hand away.
Bloods. Yeah. Nobody
that's what-
notices this. So yeah, you managed to cast your spell without anybody noticing and get that protection from good and evil on Bloodscale. So,
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Hey, no worries. All right. I like that you guys are planning and thinking tactically. All right, so as it starts, let's go ahead and get an initiative roll.
I technically get a roll twice.
So
That's
this
better. Woo! I'm fine with that. Since it's not a shitty 8.
Take Visera out of there, Chorus Mission out of there, Flame Knight, and then the Green Knight.
The Green Knight looks like a Furbolg, is that correct? Or
No, it was a Furbolg. This shape is not as like it's more in the shoulders. It's kind of more live towards the middle. It's not as kind of blocky as the old Green Knight was.
cool.
All right, and so that'll bring up Velthrum first. Bloodscale, if you would,
Hi.
please add a maul to your inventory to use for attacks. If you get the maul.
Pick it up. If I
Alright,
get
so-
them all?
Yes, that's the thing. That's what the thing that breaks it open, and that you can. Like the only weapon in this will be a big frickin'. It looks like a. So as you're sitting there, you see that next to the crystal, laying across the top of it where Squaliac was, there is a giant, like it looks like first like a giant, like almost bat, but at the end you notice it goes into a crystal at the end. Whereas the inside of the crystal that it's above is like it's shining with like this sunlight, and that's curling around and kind of moving and dancing around it in smaller lights inside of this crystal. On top of it, this mace is almost made what looks like this dark crystal that almost absorbs light and has like almost like a starlight pattern behind it.
Just standard maul?
Standard maul, yep. Or Darth Maul, whichever one. No, just kidding. So,
Darth Maul +2 because he has robot legs now?
exactly. So Velthrum being up first, he's going to run up, and he's going to be the first one to grab the maul, and he's going to make an attack against the crystal. And as he does, you see crack, and as he hits it, there's this tiny little bitty like rock click off the side of it, and he hits it fucking hard, and he brings back and goes for another strike. Even harder, crack! And even, again, just another little flint piece break off. That'll bring us to... Let's go. What's your...
My dex is
your
higher than
dex-
his.
I was going to say, his is -1, so you are up.
Mine's +1.
There you are. All right, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna... Why do I have a thing on me? Oh,
That's-
I know what that is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to the crystal, And I'm gonna look at the guy. I'm gonna give him a thumbs up like I did at dinner.
He nods, he gives you a thumbs up, and then he gets ready to hit you. Big smile on his face.
I'm gonna make it actually so I moved here, so it's harder.
Sure.
I'm going to take a quick look at the crystal, if I can.
Perfect. Do you want to use your action to do an investigation check?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Roll an investigation check. So, 17. You notice that these are both representative of the Seelie and Unseelie.
Nice.
And with the Seelie being represented by the crystal, and the Unseelie is kind of a breaking of the season of summer. But you also notice that the mall itself, it is definitely magical of some sort. And you notice that there's something that this Minotaur has forgotten or doesn't know about it.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
All right, bonus action, rage.
Does this mall have reach by any chance?
It does not. No.
And I started about here.
Yep, right, exactly there.
Alright. I'm going to take this opportunity to move back 15 feet.
Perfect.
So I want to see a little bit of what goes on.
Perfect. And then so, with that, as you move back, you hear, "Boo! Fuck him up! What are you doing?" And then, "Fools are cowards!" And then you see the Forest Knight move forward. I assume that was in your turn. Do you have a bonus action?
No, I was in. I'm not doing anything from afar.
Perfect. So he is going to run up and he's going to try to do a contested strength check to try to pull the maul out of the hand. But as he does, Velthram has, that one where you get to smack people who come into your threat area, Sentinel. So
Yep.
he's going Sentinel him.
Pap that boy! Pap that boy! Pap that boy!
A 14 as he goes to crack the Forest Knight over the head. Forest Knight doesn't even flinch as it just. He just kind of tilts slightly, and his pauldron takes most of the blow as it kind of scrapes off of him. And then the Forest Knight is going to try to wrench that from him. And as he gets a hold of it, you see Velthram, and he pulls it back away from him. Doesn't even manage to even get a hold on it as Velthram yanks it out of his hand and gets ready to fight again. Now, with that, brings us back to Velthram, who is going to bludgeon this man of his hubris. And it's so as he does 2 attacks with his maul. Bam. Bam. And then bonus action. You see he ducks down his head and he digs in his horn into it. And then so the first attack hits, cracking the Forest Knight across the head, I believe. Let's see, yes. And then so he takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and then needs to make a strength saving throw as the second attack missed. And he fails as you see Velthram catches him under the chin with the first blow. And as he's bringing it down, you see the Green Knight manages to get his both hands up in a cross formation. And he throws the maul backwards with his own strength. Horn catches him up in the chest, and he's like, as he throws him, pushes him 10 feet backwards. And that'll bring us to Bloodscale.
Do-ba-do. He can't hit through the crystal, can he?
The crystal would be between you. It'd be a disadvantage, but he could probably reach you as how gigantic the both of you are.
Sorry, trying to do tactics.
No, it's all good. That's the fun.
Bloodscale does not give a fuck about the crowd right now, so.
Oh, he's done this so many times he doesn't even notice the crowd.
Oh, what the fuck? What was that? What was that? What was that? I'm going to blow my charge to detect magic.
Perfect. Okay. Go ahead and mark the detect magic. You see that the both objects clearly glow with this crazy magical energy, but you notice at the haft of it, there's another crystal at the very base of the mace. There's something about it. There's a transitive thing that you can do something with that crystal. Perfect. Any movement or bonus bonus action?
I'm just going to give him a thumbs up again.
He gives you a thumbs up, and then he turns to face you. And then...
I saw movement then!
Okay, yeah, you do. You're gonna move there. Perfect. That'll bring us to the Forest Knight, who is going to... You see the Forest Knight reaches over and he takes a step back and he grabs the bush, and as he yanks a bit of it out, he casts magic over the top of it, and he casts Shillelagh over a stick because he didn't bring it in with him, but now he has Shillelagh.
Shillelagh! Shillelagh!
Shillelagh, Shillelagh, Shillelagh. No,
The girl that's hard to get. Oh, sorry.
I knew somebody would. And then he is going to run up. And then he's going to once again try to yank that out of Velthrum's hands.
I recognize this style of backing up and charging.
The Forest Knight manages to rip the maul out of his hand, and so now in one hand he has this giant maul, and in the other hand, so he tosses the stick aside and holds it with both hands, getting ready for Velthrum's attack.
Does the Minotaur get his sentinel attack?
Oh yes. Thank you. And as he's running in, he gets cracked in the side of the head, but he still comes on strong and manages to yank it out of his hands. And now Velthrum is like, "Give that back! It was mine!" And he is going to rage. And as he rages, you see around him, all of a sudden, these ghostly forms swirling about him. Almost like you can't make them out. They're minotaurs for sure, but all of them are like glowing red eyes and like all just ready to kill. He is super pissed. And then
You say he's full of rage.
He is, and so his first attack, he is going to do a horn attack and try to gore him.
Typical Minotaur, always goring people.
Goring people. He's gonna miss the horn attack, and in frustration, he is going to take some steps back. And as he does, the Forest Knight reaches out with the maul and tries to get an attack of opportunity. He rolled twice. Okay, so the 12 misses as Velthrum dodges out of the way, and then as Velthrum runs forward, he's going to use Goring Rush to make a dash action, and then a melee attack with his horns as a bonus action.
Recognize the style of backing up and charging. Oh no!
And then let me see if he has anything for this. You know what? He would have made this reckless because that's his whole character.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So we'll see. 16. Sorry, even as he runs in, you see the Forest Knight kind of ready himself, and he gets the maul between him, and he catches the horns and stops and wrestles the bull to a standstill, as both of them are now standing over the crystal. And that'll bring us to Bloodscale.
And he doesn't have reach now, and Forest Knight has already used his reaction.
Mm-hmm. Well, Forest Knight didn't use his reaction. He just
Attack of opportunity is a reaction.
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot.
And I have enough space to get at least behind him.
Yep. Are you raging yet?
No,
Okay.
but I do already have advantage on a lot of strength checks anyways.
This is absolutely true.
So I'm just gonna try to get that ball.
Perfect. Straight strength check.
Oh, straight. My bear totem doesn't do anything because I'm trying to pull.
Did you have anything for it? Like, for bear totem? I'm trying to keep up with stuff, but unfortunately it's hard for
Yeah,
me.
1 second. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Do you have powerful build?
I don't think so.
Okay, so both of them do have powerful... Or no, sorry. Only the Forest Knight has powerful build, so he counts as one size larger when it comes to this. So
But it's just a doesn't say anything about size.
You know what? Yeah, we'll give you advantage then.
Yeah, it's one of those weird ass fucking bear totem things.
Yeah, because well, like, yeah.
It's up to you. I'll do it straight if you
I'm
want
just
to do it
trying
straight.
think. You'll have advantage against the Minotaur, but because he counts as one size, because his is literally let me pull it up here. Powerful build, so it counts as one size. Ah, great. Yeah, you know he's Goliath. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody counts as one size larger, so I think where he'd normally have had advantage, he doesn't. So it's going to be a straight roll with him, but advantage against other. So strength check. Oh, fuck. This guy cannot. What is with the unseelie? They can't roll.
They are not favored.
I can't either.
And so,
Oh, bummer.
as you kind of run up behind him, you like try to reach over and grab the ball, kind of like sneakily, because you know he's not expecting it. You grab around, and as he does, he pushes it forwards and kind of like bucks you off of his back.
Well, the thing is, with my 2 attacks, I was just gonna try again.
Well, and you can grapple as a bonus action, can't you?
Yeah,
Okay, because no,
I would
okay,
like my bonus action still.
I'm considering this like a contested strength check as an action to try to grab the weapon, so you wouldn't get 2 attacks. But if you want to try to grapple him, you can do that with your bonus action.
No, I'm getting the fuck away from this large man.
Okay, all right.
It's a good call. It's quite large.
But at the same time, I used all my movement.
Oh, dang.
Bonus action rage!
All right, the rage has been unleashed.
Are they all raging? Oh, no, just 2.
Nope, just 2. Damn it.
Stop it!
Okay, I'll stop. You go. All right, that'll bring us to the Forest Knight's turn. So the Forest Knight is going to... Seeing what you tried to do, you see he just kind of smiles, and he is going to use his wild shape to... well, first, he's going to use a bonus action. And he is going to use the hidden paths. Be over here. And then he is going to transform into a bear.
A lot of things changing into stuff this game.
Is the bear holding them all, or did the bear absorb them all?
The bear absorbed them all because he's a cheeky fuck.
That's fine.
Okay, so he changes. He goes full polar bear.
That's cool.
And then he's going to use his movement as the polar bear to move back over here. And the polar bear is going to sit back and give you a polar bear wave. As that'll bring Velthrum.
That's fair.
Velthrum's going to take a step back, and he's going to run. He is going to use it as the whole time. As he sees you, he's angry. He sees you. He gives you a big smile, and then he pulls his head down and he runs right at you. He's going to do a horn attack.
Horny bastard.
Nope.
Nope. And then he's going to try to just punch you for his 2 attacks.
Yep.
Perfect. And so you take 3 bludgeoning damage. Oh man, this is fucking hilarious. And then, oh, sorry, he's reckless. I forgot, because he's always reckless. Please remind me if I don't.
Yep,
do
that's
his
fair.
Reckless. Doesn't matter.
Nope.
And then I forget how his stupid horns work. Because he gets 2 attacks. So his horn, and then he tried to punch. And then the Goring Rush was the bonus action try to move you. So he makes 1 horn attack. So as he gets 1 for the Goring Rush as his bonus action, 1 for a regular action, and then a punch. So he's just going to do the 1 as the bonus action. He's going to try to punch you again because 2 gore attacks and 1 seems not flavorful and doesn't work. So another punch across the face. Let's see if he crits. He does not. Okay, so 6 points of bludgeoning damage total from the angry Minotaur. All right. Bloodscale. Bloodscale, you're up.
I know this boy already has Sentinel, because I've seen it in action.
Attack the... You can say that in chat, or in voice. I don't care.
I just didn't want to interrupt. It's just gonna be attack the bear, you basic bovine bitch!
Nice alliteration. Gotta love it.
Because I'm hoping they can hear us.
They can. Yeah, the crowd is roaring. The rest of you outside have seen the transformation of this. Now, inside the arena, you can't see the spectators, but all the spectators can like kind of look in and see. There's like almost like a barrier between you and the spectators.
They can only do Eldritch Blast when I'm not in Corrupted Rage, right?
That's correct. You can go full corrupted if you like them.
It's tempting, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna shift it to Corrupted.
And so the instant you think of the corrupted rage, your gauntlet, this giant, just like flare of purple light, as you just, and then you go, and you start to grow just a tiny bit, and the rest of you see like around this down the spine of his, the scales on his spine. There's like it's almost like glowing from underneath with this purple, like violent energy like flowing out of him. It's also starting to flow out of his claws and his eyes and is just pouring from his mouth.
Spell check ain't great though.
All right, so a charisma check for the Velthrum, and I've described him as smiling, so he's definitely not hostile. He's having a wonderful time. So that is so you have advantage on charisma checks against him because. Yeah, that's he's having a wonderful time. You've been giving him.
Am I still able to talk to him though, like with the check?
Absolutely, yeah. Because you're more in sync with Shanoff than you were before when you entered into
Dude,
rages.
the fucking bear has the maul, and he sucked it inside of him. Neither of us can win if we don't take his ass out.
Oh yeah! What the? Go ahead and make a persuasion check at advantage.
Wrong one. Wrong one. Right one.
15. Oh yeah.
Not bad.
And then he turns he like just turns around and completely ignores you as he faces the polar bear.
Can I see the polar bear? Thumbs up.
Absolutely. The polar bear's like.
I didn't know
The
that.
movie slows down as you gotta put some. blood down.
Also, a more
Falls
just
down.
that maniacal laugh that I just did comes out too because corrupted
Yes.
rate.
Maniacal laugh.
Just
Maniacal
not saying
laugh.
See? I helped. You see that? I helped.
And then so that was your bonus action. You're gonna move it all.
I'm gonna go to here,
Perfect. Okay.
and since he's focused on that guy and he's gonna attack that guy, he's not gonna swing at me with Sentinel, right?
That's correct.
Woo! I did it, boys! And I'm gonna point for the Minotaur to go the other way, so we kind of pincer the motherfucker.
You can point all you want.
Oh, he's gonna do what he wants. I'm just trying.
Okay. All right. So that'll bring us to the Forest Knight's turn. Seeing what you've done, he is going to try to just run. He's gonna try to get over.
Jesus.
He's gonna run over here.
I see your game, you rogue.
And then, you do you? I think you do. And then the rest of you see Velthrum put his head down, looking directly at the floor, and start to run forward. Dexterity saving throw, Bloodscale.
I can see this coming. I have advantage.
Yes, you do. Danger sense.
It's not gonna help.
Well, let's see. He's gonna try to gore the first thing he comes in contact with.
It won't hit.
Okay, so as you're staying down, you get to use your and as you look around, you're
Whoa, 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 whoa,
you kind of like
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Toro out of the way as his horn catches your armor, and he kind of like spins around and he brings his horns forward. And since that was only 10 feet. He has another 10 feet to keep going, and he's going to, again, gore, because he has 40 feet of movement. He's going to gore the fucking cheeky bear for 11 points of piercing damage. And then,
Oh, dang!
I think he needs at least
Oh, darn!
20 feet for the goring rush. So,
Oh, dang, oh, darn!
goring rush 20 feet.
That was almost
so-
my balls.
Yeah, it was only 10 feet. So, and then he has one attack left, so he's just gonna punch the bear.
When in doubt, punch the bear.
15 hits. So another 6 points of damages. You guys see the spectacular thing of escapes off of the form of Bloodscale, and he only like stumbles for a second as he kind of keeps moving forward, gores into the bear, kind of picks it up on his horn, and then as the bear's like lifted up the front half, he just takes his hand, and then as he drops the horn, he brings his hand down like a sledgehammer on top of the head of the bear, and like as that brings us to Bloodscale's turn.
Oh, fuck! Am I bleeding? Oh, shit! That was close. I'm gonna just take a couple steps so I can shoot around, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the bear.
Fire away.
How many beams do I have?
At 11, I believe you have 3? Hold on.
I got an idea. Let's check Mez.
Yep, check Mez. However, you have as many as Mez has. I think it's 2.
3 beams at level 11.
Yep, 3
Woo!
beams. Fire, fire, fire.
Where'd that go? I need that. I need that other shit.
Bless you. Bless you, Ken.
Zonka. There we go. I'm on the other
Bless you.
one. Stupid fucking bear.
Okay,
Oh.
so only 1 hit, so go and roll the damage for it.
Must be allergic to bears.
So 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Bonus action and, and any more movement.
Did damage, so I don't have to worry about that. That was only a cantrip, so maybe.
Yeah.
I should have done this before. I'm gonna cast Hex on the bear.
Yep, bear's hexed.
I should have done that before, but whatever.
Perfect. All right, so you cast Hex on the bear. And then, we'll
I
say...
love this
we'll
like bag of tricks that you have that you never need to use because you're too busy hitting things with like a giant fucking sword.
Much did.
Great.
All right, so he is hexed, and that'll bring us to the Green Knight's turn. He is going to Polar Bear Punch. This thing.
I believe it's a
attacking him.
pouch.
Pounce. So he gets 2.
Polar bear pounce.
Tusky Dusky over here. Dota reference.
Ski. All right, and he fucking sucks. All right, that's the Polar Bear's turn. As
More like a polar bear
he's
like
going-
faint slapping.
Ooh.
Just still doing the wave.
He is going to touch himself.
Oh my.
Teleport,
Gosh.
Oh, dude.
Not in front of the children.
and he's going to teleport about there, and then use his movement to go here.
That's funny.
You can all make a guess of what's going to happen. Dexterity saving throw.
Nice.
Okay, perfect. So, you make the dexterity saving throw. So the 20. So this time you Toro Bowl, and he flies straight past you. And
I
he's
actually
going to-
used my bear cape too. Just add insult to injury to this fucking bear.
And as he hits into the polar bear, it's going to be a strength saving throw for the polar bear stats, because that's the strength he's using. Strength saving throw. 7 with a +5. You sack it. And the polar bear gets knocked backwards 10 feet. And that's not all of his movement, because he is a 40-foot mover. And then he's going to run in and he's going to try to punch it twice. Because again, this magnificent, beautiful
Get him,
beast.
fam!
Oh Oh shit! That's a critical.
Got faith in you, Fat!
Damn.
So that is a 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
The mark of the
Yes.
beast.
Oh, whoops! I forgot to do the 10 piercing damage for the horse. So as he gores into this fucking thing, the bear, it breaks forward, and as he is, the bear's like lands on its side in the back. He just runs up, and as he like picks the bear up by its scruff, and then punch, and then he uppercuts it, and as he uppercuts it, the form of the drops from the bear as the knight lands on the ground in a fucking heap.
Cool.
And is, with that crit and everything, he is prone. That'll bring us to blood scale.
Cool. Prone actually hurts me. But that's fine.
Life. Huh?
Well, ranged spell attacks against prone, they have cover, technically.
Yeah. You can also, now's a good time to, get over and kick him while he's down, literally.
I think he has a plan.
I have 2 spell slots, right?
That's correct, yeah.
I'm going to attempt to cast Crown of Madness on the Forest Knight.
Yes, good. Yes.
He's got a very good chance of saving, but...
No shit.
Okay, so...
See if you can get that shillelagh away from him.
No, I want him to use it against the fucking... I want them to fight!
Alright, so... As it's charmed and is making a melee attack against creature other than itself. You choose the target. Target act normally on its creature, or choose no creature if there are none within its reach. What there is. Subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control. So, like all the rest of you see, as Bloodscale's standing back and like as the Green Knight is like laying on the ground, you see Bloodscale.
There's a little bit of maniacal laughter.
Just as the laughter, as Bloodscale just tips one finger upwards, you see from the ground, like the shadow, like as the Forest Knight is looking at the ground, the shadow shimmers purple, and you see spikes leap up into the eyes of the knight as his head snaps back, and you see this shadowy crown form around the helmet. And then, like, first of all, it's just like this like cloud, and then spikes slam out of it as he just turns and he gets. And then as it comes to his turn, he stands up, and then he brings back the maul, and he goes to crack it over the head of the. Or no, he's not, because he only has to attack it, right? Oh, it has to make melee attack. Okay, never mind. So he's gonna just use the maul to fucking trounce this guy. He hopes. He does not.
Even if he sucks, this is fine for me.
And then
I'm pulling a Visair right now.
as he misses with that, he is going
Pulling
to
a Visair. Fight? No thanks.
He's gonna free action put the maul away, and he's gonna cast Flame Blade in his hand. So you guys see
Oh shit.
a fiery blade form inside of it at the end of his arm, and it doesn't have a handle. It's just out. As he is now looking at Velthrum, fucking pissed. And that is his bonus action. That'll bring us to Velthrum, who is having a wonderful time. Who is going to try to reach over and pull the maul away. Because he thinks it's shiny, and he loves it. Oh, there's a saving throws, aren't there? Okay, that's okay. 10. Roll a 9. That's plus 5. So the Forest Knight actually manages to hold on to it with one hand as he has the flames coming out of the other hand. Not being able to pull it out, he's going to use... Or no, he needs to try to use his bonus action. That's going to be Velthrum's turn. Bring us to blood scale.
My action is to...
Maintain madness.
I'm looking directly at the Forest Knight. I'm just nodding. I'm not saying this out loud because I don't have to.
You do not. And so as you
Nodding.
nod, you guys just see for a second...
Also, I yell, fuck, I keep missing!
You see the eye, like the crown, and then there's this purple magic like flowing and kind of curling up out of the eyes of the Forest Knight. And you see as Bloodscale's eyes flash, all of the energy, the crown, the eyes flash at the exact same pulse on the Forest Knight as the Forest Knight's turn comes. And he's going to lash out with his Flame Blade. So that is to just use his spell, a melee spell attack. Okay. Oh man, this This is crazy. You guys are crazy.
I like how we each have some way of making people slap fight each other.
So we'll just do.
You have 2 enemies. I mean, you have 1 enemy. He's bloodied.
Yeah, that'll hit. Only instead of doing that, it does, you know, a little bit more. So 12. Oh, cool. It has it in there. Cool. So then you see as he rakes the fire across Velthrum's face, you hear "Ugh!" as Velthrum is just burnt in his face. But you see, like some of the swirling spirits absorb just a little bit of it. Oh, no, it doesn't, because that is not something he can do for himself. Just kidding. Yes.
As much as I'll kick myself, I do try to be fair. The Forest Knight can make a Wisdom save at the end of its turn.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. 27.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and it's at that point that you see the everything around his head kind of dissipates, and he shakes his head, and then he just gets ready for another attack as Velthrum just reaches for it. He's like, "This is mine." Oops, I didn't mean to. Oh, okay, he critted. So, as he reaches over, he says, "This is mine." He like yanks it out of the hands of the Forest Knight, and he's going to make a running charge over here, and forgetting because he is dumb, he's going to try to horn attack the crystal. And as he runs and he horn attacks it, the Forest Knight's going to get a reaction. So he's going to Flame Blade him. It's going to hit him. 13 points.
Lord of mercy.
And then as he charges in, he has the maul in hand, but he charges, and as he hits the crystal, he like glances off, and there's this as flame jets out from the crystal as well. And that'll bring us to Bloodscale.
How are they looking?
They're both pretty okay, unfortunately.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling.
Big bags of HP.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Nice part about a glass cannon battle is you only need 1 good attack.
Yeah, but the Minotaur is forgetting something that's important.
All right. Oh, you typing me something?
That's actually my wife typing. I am thinking.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm reorganizing my bag of shit because I can't find anything.
No worries.
11th level, am I right?
The
Fuck.
Yeah.
oh, Hex fell. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you traded out Hex for Crown of Madness. They're both concentration.
It was hilarious when it worked, though.
They were pretty damn good.
Switch back to regular rage.
Okay, you drop your Corrupted Rage.
Into the forest. Surely 1 hits.
Yep, the 21 does hit. 4 points. Plus damage. Perfect.
Bloodscale then remembers to shoot them out of his mouth.
So as Bloodscale's like, what the fuck? For the last one, as he blasts out the Eldritch Blast, the other two go a little bit wild, but the last one, the Eldritch Knight, isn't able to get out of it. It kind of like hits and explodes against his armor, and you see like it kind of got into the side where the buckles are.
And now I'm playing Man in the Middle.
Man in the middle. All right, so that'll bring us to the Forest Knight's turn. He is going to restore. Use his thing. And you see he heals.
Of course he does.
And as he heals, he also... Okay, yeah, no, perfect. And so healing that then is his bonus action. And so he is going to run up. And he's just going to attack the back of Velthrum with his Flame Blade. He misses. He misses really bad. As you see, like, as he touches the armor where you hit, he reaches under and you see as he straightens up, and then he runs forward, the flame blade almost scraping the ground, lighting the grass on fire. And as he does kind of like this uppercut strike with it, that's when Velthrum kind of just like, he like pulls his head back, and as he does, like, it's just this wonderfully miss. It's a completely unintentional dodge from the Minotaur as he sits back. And then Velthrum is going to hit the crystal. Crack! And then as this one hits, there is starting, you see a fine crack down a little
That's
bit.
enough.
And he's going to attack again with his second attack. Crack! And it's starting to spiderweb a little bit now. That brings us to blood scale.
This is gonna hurt. I already have a feeling that this is gonna hurt.
Are you taking them all?
Well, real quick,
Yeah.
again, fairness. The Minotaur, when he was getting attacked by the Forest Knight, could have done Sentinel against him
Yes, yeah.
for free, and then it would re-up, and then he could still do it against me right now. So,
He was still dazed from attacking the crystal, so I didn't have him do it that run. But now that he's up, he will be sentineling you as you come in.
okay.
Oh, whammo. 27, so 11 points of bludgeoning damage. As you run in, and
Halved.
he's pulling it back, and as you're running
Halved.
in... Yeah, halved.
6
of
or
course.
5.
Oh, 6. Sorry, 5. And then as you're kind of running in, he looks over, he gives you a smile, and as he almost too late, you're like, okay, so we're still, and then you're like, oh shit, as he just batters you fucking right across the head. You rings your bell pretty good.
I'm going to attempt to take it while also going, dude, you're getting attacked in the ass!
Okay. Go ahead and
Look at old
roll
behind
a
you!
Strength check.
Classic.
Total ass.
And you have advantage of him because he is not Path of Bear Totem and he is not one size larger than you. Damn! Okay, cool. All right, so you now
That was
pulling
close.
this maul away from him and going, you're getting attacked from behind! Roll a persuasion check.
Nope.
Okay. And he's like, what?
Wait, no!
Can I bend luck from where I
Friendship
am?
is still up, because I didn't hit him, I just took the thing.
Is friend's concentration?
Is it?
That's
I don't
what I'm
think so.
asking. Okay, yeah, it's concentration for a minute.
It is concentration?
Yeah, sorry.
Can I bend luck?
Yes.
I will bend luck.
Perfect.
Wait, it'll only add 1d4. Do you think that'll matter?
Nope.
Sorry, bro.
It's fine.
Okay. That'll bring us to the green.
I wasn't done yet!
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Bonus
I
action.
still had movement.
Oh, okay.
So let's see, I was about 15 feet away. I can then move 25 feet away, and I'm going to try to hook this corner so it's not a direct charge.
Perfect.
How tall are these shrubberies?
They're like 3.5 feet tall.
How tall is this tree?
The trees are they're about like 6 feet tall. They're for decoration. They are not mighty oaks by any stretch of the mind.
No, but it's still more cover.
Yeah.
Woo!
So you just easily leap over these hedges and stuff, and as you make your way through, that'll bring us to the Forest Knight. He's going to go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna, for my bonus action, I know I'm not going to be able to really do anything, but I'm going to try to, just with a maul, try to like tap the crystal on the ground real quick and see if anything happens.
So as you reach for the crystal, give me a just a straight intelligence check.
Oh, fuck my ass.
And as you do, your gauntlet
Oh, shit!
flares. You roll at advantage because you're currently attuned to Chinoff. And it's a magical item. Okay. Doesn't matter. So like, as you're looking at it, like you're looking at it, what the fuck? And you see that the maul, now that you have it in your hand and the light is being absorbed into it, but you see there is a crystalline outline in the exact shape of the crystal at the bottom of the base. So as a bonus action, you can move. You pull the it's like almost like it's magnetized there. You pull it out and then you slap it into place. And as you do, looking at the mace, you see the moon rolls into the exact spot where you put the crystal in the hilt. Now it glows there like you're looking up into the night sky with the moon and stars now.
I don't know what to do with this.
That brings us to the Forest Knight. He's going to attack with his flame blade. 21, 12 more fire damage. Jesus Christ. And then, then for the... Oh, he can maintain concentration on this. Dare I get super cheeky?
Yeah, you might as well, dude. I was already cheeky as shit.
Righty then. He is going to...
Do it.
No, that would be silly. He can't hold a flame blade and be a bear at the same time. That would be dumb. All right. There'd be no point.
Hold
to it,
his
yeah.
mouth, but I
You
even
know
think.
what? Like, totally do it. The druid wants you to do it. That's.
Of course she does.
So no, he's just
The druid, he'll just turn into an orc instead.
yeah. So he's gonna heal
An
3.
orc can hold a flame blade.
That is true. Oh
Or
my
I could
God!
be a
Look at
bear
that
holding a
roll. So 6 points.
Jesus.
Pretty shite, bro.
Pretty shit, bro.
That's a two fails in one.
Yeah. That'll bring us to Velthrum. For what he's gonna do, he's gonna attack the Green Knight. He turns around. And he's like,
Enough of the fire! Fight me with your hands!
and then he's going to he's gonna try to go for a gore attack. Totally misses. And as he misses, he's gonna put his hands together and he's just gonna try to do another strike. And that punches across the face of the Forest Knight, undoing all of the healing he just got. And then that's gonna be his turn because he is past Bloodscale.
Okay, so describe what happened with this goddamn mall again.
So the mall itself, like before, it was like kind of absorbing light and had like a star field behind it. There was a dark crystal at the very base of it. So like you pulled it out off the base, and as you looked, you saw there was a spot to take the crystal
Receptacle?
from the base, and yeah, you slid it into the receptacle on the giant crystal that makes it the head of the mace. And as you did, the moon appeared and moved into that spot, a full moon. So now the mace, instead of being just a star field, is a star field with the moon, as if you're looking into the night sky, and the moon has just risen.
Okay. And we already deduced that the crystal is too far in the way for him to hit me.
He could do it at disadvantage.
Yeah, fuck it.
Perfect, and he won't.
Swing at me, chump. He punches me in the dick.
He punches you in the dick. No, he has to do it at disadvantage. He probably won't. He
Punches
does not.
himself in
As
the
he
dick.
goes to punch, he actually hits the crystal, and another like jet of flame comes out. He's like, ah! As he pulls his hand away, taking 4 points of fire damage.
Well, I got really no other ideas right now.
Okay. Hits, and as you pull it back, crack! Big, gigantic, splintering, like you hit a baseball shield, a shield with a windshield with a baseball bat, kind of spiders out from exactly where you hit. 23 hits, and as you pull back, the crystal shatters. And as it shatters, all 3 of you are blown back off of your feet. The maul in your hand is blown out of your hand and disappears into dust. As it does, the bright flash blinds everybody standing around as you see this flash of light. And once again, the Sealy Court returns.
We're
with
screaming
that-
Bloody Mary.
There is massive cheers coming out from this. Everybody's like, "Oh my God! Did you see that? He didn't even have to hide. He was so strong." And then you see others being like, "I can't believe you figured out the mace. Or that's the whole reason I bet on the Green Knight." You know,
I was gonna
everything like
misty
that.
step away if that didn't finish it. Fuck.
He actually he was very close to finishing it without fucking executing.
The moment you said it was spider webbing, I'm like, nope. Oh, we're done.
The thing is,
Fine,
like,
fucko.
if you took the time to look at the mace and attune it and everything like that, it gave you double damage against the crystal. And so he's just doing regular damage. When you attuned it, you had double, so you just shattered the motherfucker. Yeah, because he was fucking strong. So as it goes, like everything kind of goes back to normal, and you see the everything kind of recede back into the floor. As Squaylake comes out, he's like, well, "How about you know about that? Looks like one away, and the fools will take it. Just a clean sweep." Go ahead and mark +2 to your strength.
Oh.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes, sir.
is I'm getting a +1 to my strength already from Shanoth.
Yeah.
Are you letting me go higher than 20 or not?
Yes. Yeah. This
Damn!
This is
Holy
not.
fuck!
This is not a
This got
traditional stacking.
ridiculous
This
up in
is-
here.
This is a
Oh,
full-on
that's fine.
contest. You had to you won the minute game, and like, and that's the thing is like I don't think any of these are easy, and so
There's
I'm
no
making
way I
them
can
so that-
convince you to split that into one in strength and one in con because it was just a battle.
What would it boost your constitution up one?
Yep.
And you were at 19 strength.
Yep.
You know what? Go ahead.
Best DM!
I would also take, because I used a bunch of fun-ass spells, Charisma.
No, we'll do Constitution because that was definitely more of a battle of brawn. Like, while you used some crazy fun spells and shit, I would still consider it more of a bodily thing because you also were
That's
plunged
fine.
in.
Now I just gotta figure out how to change that in the thingy.
Should be a manual override.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta.
I'm
Yeah,
working
like
on it in the
enough burn, too.
builder.
Perfect.
Yeah, in the
Alright.
builder.
And so, as that, as this all forms back down, you hear all of a sudden Squale's like, "Well, interesting, and you know, lots of coin there if you're one of those smart enough to see what was coming up. I could have sworn that you see Velthrin was like." He's still like ready, and he goes to like punch Squaleak because he's so close to him, and you see Squaleak
I'm
like
gonna actually physically run up and I'm going to grapple hug him.
perfect. Make a strength check.
Still technically raged.
Yep, so is he.
Yeah, it's fine.
No problem. And so as he's like "Ugh," he goes to punch, you kind of like grab his hand and kind of spin him around in like almost like a full like a not like a full Nelson, but definitely calm the fuck down.
I was
hold.
Bloodscale's actually going in for the full like hug.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Like
And so-
pinning his arms to the side, but full hug.
and as you hug him, he's like, "Ugh, huh,"
You did a fucking good job, buddy.
and then he crushes you in his arms.
Ah,
Make a Constitution saving throw.
which is now better. But probably won't save me.
And he crushes. Oh, only 1 point. He crushes you. You just feel something like in your back, kind of like.
I'm still raging. It doesn't even do 1 point.
No. Actually, what I was gonna say is it kind of like adjusts your back a little bit, like that kind of
Oh,
giant
that was
bear
nice.
back. And then he kind of drops it down. He's like, "Yeah,
Good fucking go, bud.
you too!" And he kind of like goes to like, he gives you like a friendly headbutt without even thinking, and he's like,
I'll fucking do it back. I mean, it'll hurt, but I'll do it back. Fuck it. Let's go.
it's a friendly one. It doesn't hurt. So, and you guys both are pretty large, thick skulls. So it's just everybody hears like this fuck as they headbutt, and so you're like, all right, camaraderie also found. It's interesting having somebody else.
And as soon as I'm let go, I'm gonna try to walk over to the Forest Knight because we're all being honorable like motherfuckers.
Perfect.
And I hold out my hand and go, "You did better than the last Forest Knight probably would have done at this."
I'm more ruthless than he is.
Damn right you are.
And he kind of he shakes your hand, but he like claps like warrior claps like right.
I'll
above
do it.
you.
Yep.
And so it gives it
Upscale, you
And then-
son
We're not
of a
we're not
bitch.
doing the
Exactly.
Dylan, you motherfucker.
almost. I thought about it and I held it back. And then like there's a strength of squeeze, but not like a crushing, but like a
Yeah, I'm only
good hearty
returning.
respect.
I'm not trying to outdo him. I'm not trying to be
And
just returning the same pressure.
and you do see under the that close and now without battle or anything, there is a Goliath under there, not a Furbolg like you would have thought. All right.
I heard if you guys try real hard, you guys can actually grow beards.
I wish people would stop telling me that. It's not true.
Just see that dwarven belt, dude.
And that scream like, well, that was macho as hell. And as you guys kind of step backwards into your groups and everything, let's see, 840. I see, like, and so, well, to break it up a little bit, we've seen tests of the mind, tests of the physical strength and endurance of the body. Now it's time for us to have a test of agility. But before we get there, let's have a dance. A rated dance. And then so, like, as he says that,
I'm going on the way back to the team. I'm just holding a big 4 in my hand, like right towards Hiram's face.
Hiram gives you a big smile and he just gives you just a nod.
Also, and then as I pass, I'm like, "You owe me."
Yes, I do. Hold on one second.
And then I switch my eyes to green.
Green. Okay, perfect.
I immediately reach out for Mesnos.
Perfect. So, as you guys are getting, you reach out for Mesnos. He gives you a smile, and as he goes to take your hand, Squidlake's like, no, this this one is going to be actually judged. So you're going to be dancing individually. And then as you see, as he kind of like, as you look over, he's walked to the edge there. There we go. Oh, I have music. Sorry, I didn't have music before.
Oh, do I have to dance?
All of you must dance. And so,
Oh, pass.
as he
There's no pass,
thing.
Vice Hair.
as he like makes his way to where the stairs are, you see the stage is open, and you see all of the Unseelie walk out, and they just kind of start line up. So as he moves down over here, you see the Ent form of so you see the unicorn, the Pegasus form of Ecteichern, and the possible to pronounce Ementianshin. Ementianshin. I have no idea. I'm so sorry.
Ementian Shinhan.
Exactly. Tian Shinhan.
Kiko, go. Yourself.
They all make their way down to his, and there's like this small table kind of pops out of the ground, and they all kind of sit behind it as the Unseelie, they make their way, and they're kind of standing in this little formation. And you see Mirrored on the other side.
I'm gonna get served. Oh no!
Is there a cardboard box flattened out on the ground?
How did you know? Alright, perfect. And then, so, what formation would you guys like to take?
Vice Hair and Herson, we figure this out.
Probably the people with the best decks on the outside.
Okay, let's see what my dex is. I have a +3.
I think it's people with the best performance checks on the outside.
Ooh,
I can do
alright.
performance.
I have a +5 to performance.
I got a 4 to performance.
Alright, I'm gonna strike up the good old finger violins, join into the band, and start dancing!
Okay, so
Sorry, you were moving my guy.
I have
just
to move
had
you guys.
the mouse on.
Who do you guys want to put in the middle?
It's
I
just
have the highest
Herson.
performance. Oh
Is
yeah,
middle
it
good or
hurts.
middle bad by the looks of it?
So if you're looking at it, you see that the middle seems to be the clumsiest person. So
Oh, okay.
whoever's in the middle, you'll get advantage on your checks.
So are we doing performance or?
It's gonna be a performance. It's gonna be it's gonna be alternating back between performance and dexterity checks.
Oh.
My dexterity is 12, so
Mine- Yeah, mine is 14. I have +2 to it, but I have
pretty good.
Mine is
+5 to
20.
performance.
What's your
But my
performance here?
performance is
my
1.
performance is 4.
Alright, so Blood Scale has a +1 to Dex and a +1 to Performance?
So you go in the middle?
Alright, so who wants to be in front?
Oh god, you're gonna
Hold
put
on.
my ass in front? No!
Hold on,
That should be Uza, right?
I actually have an idea on that. I'll
Yeah.
take front.
Okay, I'll take the side.
Do we have any potions or anything that can help us boost our stuff right now? Or any spells?
Oh, I do. I got a spell that can do that.
I can't move Mezzy anymore! Or is Mezzy not included?
As he's not included.
Oh.
Is this WoW Factor? Is WoW Factor a part of it?
Maybe.
Maybe. You haven't seen it.
Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna cast this on. I'm gonna
Invincibility?
cast that on
Oh,
Blood
guidance,
Scale,
too.
and it's gonna be for where is it? Cat's grace.
Make a sleight of hand check to see how well you can pull it off without being noticed.
Oh shit! They're.
Remember-
Oh, we can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it then, because I don't want to get caught. I don't want to be
Fine.
bad.
I'm in the middle. Everything's fine.
Okay. Perfect. So,
I don't want to
With
be
that.
bad.
As the tune starts going, it's the same song as last night, and you do remember that most of you were taught this dance, and then you saw people for the two partner version, and now you see that this is kind of closer to it's a combination of almost Irish jig, and then the outside four pair off and dance around the center person. That's why the center person gets advantage, because they don't have to do as much. So the person in the center, you just pull the old, hand over the head and turn around in a circle. So,
This is your box. Stay in your
Chalk,
box.
don't fail me now. You're the most graceful out of all these goddamn dragons, from what I can tell.
Wait, so who among us can fly? I know.
I can.
So,
Who's a can?
I think I can.
everybody
Do we-
except for Tessier and Blitzkill.
all right, I'm going to cast Fly on me, Tazir, and Bloodscale.
Perfect. Do you want to are you slide handing it?
Yes. I mean, just in case it's against the rules.
Sure. Do you have subtle spell? I forget.
Yeah, I have Spell Sniper.
Spell sniper. Okay. No, subtle spell is a meta magic.
I don't know. How do I check that?
Should be under your features and traits.
Features and traits. Features and traits. Features and traits.
Trees. I'm
Love this
sorry,
one.
I'm not seeing. Oh, meta magic. No, I have Twin Spell, Quicken Spell, and Distance Spell.
Okay. So make a sleight of hand check for me.
Where are we at? Oh shit.
Perfect. And then as you do, you also see that other people are blatantly casting spells, so you're not super worried about it.
Okay,
you
cool.
see the each night their element starts to glow and form around them. So you see there's like a small tornado and a slight dusty glow coming up from the Twister Knight. It starts to like a small cloud and rain starts to form all around the Rain Knight. The Green Knight, it's just like a swirl of leaves and a green glow. All of these have a glow behind them of the color of the night. And then the Flame Knight, just this wreath of fire spinning around and flying. While in the center, you see the Undying Prince. He kind of weaves his fingers together, and then as he releases his hands, these spores kind of fly up, but they all sparkle around him as their dance begins. On the other side of things, you see all of the chosen Seelie. They only one of them has magic, and a few of them have magic, and so but it's more of a, you see the druid reaches out and he uses druid craft to grow these matching vines across everybody, and all these matching flowers kind of bloom really quickly. And then you see the Triton, he kind of like he draws his sword and he spins it around over his head, and then as he puts it back, you can tell it, like there's just this like mist rainbow above the top of them. As of course Mendrin, he does like a minor illusion to complete the effect that the rainbow will land and follow them.
He's
into
cool,
dance.
does he? I'm just kidding.
I'm also carefully moving my wings and my tail in time with the tune, so I'm making a bit of a spectacle.
Perfect. And then so you cast Fly, and then minor illusion and light. What are you going to do with these?
Oh, I can't actually. Oh no, I can't. I gotta do the flies. Sorry. Wait, I can only cast fly once. Sorry, it's concentration. Ah, shit.
I think if you cast it at a higher level, you can cast on multiple people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What level do I need to cast it?
I could take care of the light though.
Okay. I was just gonna
so
give
it's-
us trailing colors and stuff.
Sure. So it's a 30. If you cast it at 4th level, you can do 2 person per spell slot. 5th level, 3 person per spell slot.
Great. I'm gonna cast it at the 4th level.
Perfect.
I can't do the 5th because I already used immolation. So.
Perfect. Okay. So that'll take care of everybody who doesn't have wings. Easy enough. And then what's your minor illusion?
I can't do it because I gotta maintain the fly.
Minor illusion's not concentration.
Oh right. Oh right. Goddamn. I'm just gonna have us trail a color, dominant color, whatever our dominant color is, trailing behind us, sort of like sort of like
your
a
essence?
mirroring effect. Yeah.
Are you
and then,
playing off of the clothes that you guys are wearing with the dark and the flame?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put the Dawnforged logo symbol up over the top of us.
Perfect. Just like over blood scale in the middle.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So, and then what did you want to do with light, Uzo?
Well, since he's got the minor illusion covered, I was actually just going to be working guidance into the dance, and then try and kind of flash a little bit extra with the electrical arcing for my spell casting, and try and have do almost like rave work with my finger, but while casting guidance and electricity.
Is this a battle dance? Because I could slow them. Just kidding.
Oh, they're all off tempo now.
Oh, I have an idea. If we have to say anything at all, I have an idea.
Okay. So, with that, so can I get a performance check from Vicer and Uzo?
Sure, and I'm gonna do my guidance on that one.
Sure.
There's one. What did it roll? I'm so high. No, I'm gonna use luck. Wait, hold on, is the hunt tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, so I will have a full night's rest before I gotta do my event.
What's that?
I will have a full night's rest before I have to do my event.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Ooh, Chad,
definitely.
thanks for the host. What's up, buddy?
God damn it! Oh my god.
Oh,
Jesus
go back to work.
Christ, dude.
I'm going back to work.
so
I
you're-
can give you another 1d4 if you want.
Don't even. Just don't. No.
So, as you guys kind of...
I'm getting mesmerized by my own fucking lightning hands. Ooh. The raver just tripping balls in the middle of the floor. Not doing it.
Rolling too hard, dude. Drink this water.
And then so, as you guys get started and you guys start to take off into the air, you see the others had not thought of this as they're dancing in each in their elements, and you see the dance is slightly different between the two, as if each side learned a different version of the same song and same dance. And so as you see the Sealy, like they all like they'll be dancing, and then they'll all at one point put all of their hands in and touch the person in the middle on like their shoulders, chest, and back, and then that's when as they all dance around like that, the feet get extra complicated, and they're having a rhythm going with it as well. They're creating their own sub rhythm with their feet, and you see that Velthrum and is kind of having a real tough time with this, while Jendith is trying to make up for it with his extra hooves. So while there's occasionally a misstep, overall the rhythm does come across pretty nicely. The Unseelie, instead of putting their hands in, they draw their weapons. And as they draw their weapons and put them in, they actually start to lean backwards. They face away, lean backwards, put their swords in, and then start doing rolling kicks in a circle around the center person. And as they're going, the Green Knight, as he goes over, he like comes down badly on an ankle, and he like clearly they like have to kind of like stop and help him back up before they get back to going, because they just cannot roll to save their fucking lives.
Tell me about it.
When it comes to you guys, you've seen these two different variations of the dance. Do you want to try your own variation, or do you want to attempt one of those?
The ones we know.
Perfect. Oh, which variation do you want to try? The weapons and kicks, or the rhythmic feet?
Rhythmic feet.
Perfect. Okay, so everybody go ahead and make a performance check straight.
Hey Ty, I don't suppose my mimicry would give me advantage on this, would it? Or is that only with my voice?
You are
Spend a luck point.
You are trying to mimic a tempo, so I'd say you can use mimicry for this. Go ahead and give it advantage.
Okay, cool.
Take advantage of me.
Fuck's sake.
Oh my god! That's
At
a little
least
bit better.
I'm doing good.
Perfect.
Hopefully I
And then,
steal the center light.
Oh, definitely. I hope so, man. Good thing we already won, because this dance-off, we're about to be served.
And then, I guess I'll roll for Tizir. Sorry.
Into
Damn,
zero.
Taz is
So
burning it up.
altogether, though, you guys rated higher than the other teams. So as you guys are starting to, as you fly into the air, you realize that the rhythmic dancing is going to be hard to create. Because you're flying, and so in a bout of inspiration, Vicer, you instinctively kind of lead the team over to one of the statues, and you guys kind of start doing a dance on top of the main. And as you guys are each rolling past it, there's only room for one person to touch the main at a time, and so you manage to keep the tempo rolling with all of you hitting the tempo at the same time as you're dancing across the statue and then back into the air. At this point, it switches back over to the Sealy side of things. Sealy side of life. And so it's at this point, kind of seeing what you guys are doing. You see Chorus, Mendrin, while they're kind of doing kind of like the kind of non-spotlight dance, just the standard dance for this one in the background. He reaches in, he takes his. You see, he kind of reaches into his robes and he throws out an owl that starts to swoop above them. And as the owl swoops, it starts to fly in and then duck in and out of the dance as they. Now this time as they come around, they start doing rolling handsprings around the middle person, and as they're landing, it's like a bam, click clack, bam, click clack as their feet clack in rhythm with the song as they roll forward, and they all manage. Let's see how they did at that, and it is flawless execution.
Oh,
like
Jesus.
he's like, yeah, oh my god, it's so fucking, and so they're like the entire crowd in love with it. The Unseelie side, they start they take out their weapons, and as they circle around, they drag the weapons on the ground for like, and then they pull them back, and then they stab across, but not hitting the undead prince. And as they strike at corners with somebody who's a corner from them, and so it's a in time with the song in a perfect rhythm, and then let's see how they did. It went okay. Like at one point, you do see one of the blades catch like the side of the undying prince, but he manages to cover it okay. But there's definitely a little tear in his shirt as they keep going. What would you guys like to do for your second part of the dance?
Either use your bird or somebody get Faf over here quick.
Can we? So I was gonna ask this question before I left for work, but for the hunt,
Yeah.
is that another one of those no magical item things?
No,
It is not one of the no magical item things.
it is not.
So I can bring
Using
magical
magic
items into it. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm
wave
not gonna
Faf
whip-
over.
Faf
Do it,
flies
Faf.
over. What do you want him to do?
Let's go.
Have him do like the owl, but while doing a rainbow.
Oh,
Yeah,
what about
let's
a like
go.
pattern behind us?
I could do that. Well, isn't that considered aggressive? Would that be something that would get us?
That might be
trouble?
aggressive. That might be aggressive. Don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you kind
And
of
I'm rolling fives. I don't know what's going on.
Right. Fuck.
Faf is going to go ahead and so as you guys are kind of flying through the air, Faf is going to just get on the outside, and he's going to fly as fast as he can in a spiral. And since you mentioned something, he's going to let out a little bit of euphoria breath to create like this sparkling rainbow outside the around the outside of you. And because it obscures a
Really at a
little bit,
rave now, motherfuckers.
you can choose one person to have advantage with this sparkling distraction, other than Bloodscale.
Uza, he seems to be. No, wait. No, you have mimicry, right? So that gives you a bonus already.
Yeah, he already has
Advantage.
Yeah.
Advantage. Zephyr, you've been roll. What's your performance bonus?
My performance bonus is 4.
Tazir
Give
has
it to Taz.
5. All right, Taz. Hit Taz with it.
Perfect. Let's get those performance checks. Ooh, dividends.
Already paying off.
Shit.
Shit. Was this the last thing of the day, or?
Oh my god! Come on.
I only get to roll once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I have 2 left claws.
So this
We're
time
not dancers.
it doesn't go.
You
as
got to roll
well.
for Taz.
I did. She got a
Oh, yeah.
19. And then, so this time, Faf overdoes it a little bit, and as he does, you all breathe in a little bit of his euphoria breath, and you're like, oh shit! As the room starts to like, a little bit. So, you hear the song
Really
now.
out of rave now.
Actually, can I do a thing?
Sure, what's your thing?
Because as soon as I notice that the euphoria breath is a bit too much, I'm going to blink to switch back to silver,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna puff an ice cloud into the air above us to kind of like make like small
weigh
bit
down.
of frost fall on us
Alright.
to kind of weigh down the cloud.
Easy enough, and it latches onto the cloud, weighs it down, and pulls it away from you. And what the crowd just thinks is a nice flourish. So, and this back
And then
to
have to
the-
use that breath.
Back to the Sealy side. Now, at this point, all four of them reach in, and like, so you see Velthram and the Triton, they kind of, they stand over and they reach their hands down as Chorus again steps onto their hands. And so and then with a heave, they throw him up, and he does like a quadruple twisting backflip as he goes. And as he comes to land, it's just Velthram catching him. And then on the other side, then at this point, Velthram pivots with him, steps into the middle, and now Velthram, with the beat, is tossing each of his members into the air. Even Jendith, who like has to like rear up and get his back feet, and he tosses him, and they're each doing like acrobatics as they fly through the air. Jendith less so acrobatics, more of just holy shit, he's through a fucking centaur.
Looking dirty dancing over here.
And as he goes to grab the centaur for the final throw, he pulls just a little too hard, and he rocks Jendith onto his back, and just says, and you hear the breath like exit Jendith as he is completely winded as he hits the floor, and he's trying to get it back up, but it's that solid no breath in both sets of lungs because he's a centaur. And he's there for a second before he finally is able to get back up, and they go back to their little. He's moving real stiff after that. On the other side of things, the Unseelie, you see at this point the Rain Knight, or no, sorry, so you see the form of the Undying Prince. He claps his staff in the air, he throws it up, and then he balances it on top of the globe. And as he steps forward, there we go. Sorry. The Twister Knight steps into the middle, and then as the Undying Prince hops up, he hops up and his staff goes flying backwards towards the Twister Knight. And then you see everybody, all of a sudden, they pull their weapons, and they don't toss. They throw them, like, with force at the Twister Knight, who splits into the two separate halves, each of them grabbing weapons and then throwing the weapons, juggling through the air, each of the elements tracing after, creating this portrait. And as you're watching it, you realize that they're leaving a touch behind every time they reach their peak. And as they do, you see through the elements and with the different weapons, he creates a vague likeness of the Queen of Air of Darkness. And as they're doing that, the others are cartwheeling around, creating just these lines behind them.
That's intense.
Goes off pretty much without a hitch. Would you guys like to try a crazy antic for your last? Sorry, go ahead.
Is it? Oh, I was just gonna talk to the team. Is it time for us to do something with flying now?
I think so. What if Bloodgale just chucks us up into the air and we do a flourish up top, dive bomb? That's the statues?
Dive bomb and then try to land. Nope, dive bomb and then just land on me.
Ooh,
I can
like it.
carry all of you easily.
Alright, so we fly up, birds of a feather, right? 3 of us making a diamond formation. Fucking blue
4 of
eagles
us.
this, blue angels this, fly up and then land on Bloodscale like he's a statue.
I'm gonna hold my arms out like a fucking big old muscle man.
I'll do a few tricks with my, Ooh, you and I can do synchronized wing stuff. Uza.
I'm gonna
Ooh, that's true.
I can flick my tail with that.
throw the minor illusion of the Dawnforged company from in front of us to behind us, because we're about to do a Sentai pose! Yes!
Mecha Shiva. Okay, so as this goes up, so you're seeing that other people have swapped and are planning to synchronize your wings. Visera, you trade places with Uza, and then all of a sudden, as you all kind of you go for a bow, and then as you bow, you jump up, and as you jump up, all of you leap into the air. The trails of your primary color still following behind you from the illusion, and as you guys fly out. Each going a different direction, and each going for a different statue, and a scattering, and then you guys come up over, arcing down, and as you land one by one, the synchronized flying, you
Big
guys
colorful explosions in the background of colored smoke.
I'm getting there. And so as you so both the wings synchronization, you're flapping in time, and as you go through the legs of the statues, you both pull in for a second, and everybody's like, oh, as you do the thread the needle with your wings, and then catch yourself coming and flying back up and around. The other two coming around to meet you. The first two to land are going to be Visera and Tazir. And as you guys land, you kind of put your arms out, and then the two of you land on top of them, creating like this kind of V on top of a blood scale. The Dawnforged company, as it does, there's a shimmer of gold across it, and then this explosion of beautiful colors as though somebody set off like powdered fireworks behind you guys, and then just this small like almost like musical tinkling behind you guys as you do. Go and roll your performance checks.
Alright. Is this the last event of the day?
Yes,
Can I use
I'm
my
gonna use a luck point.
inspiration?
you absolutely can.
Oh yeah, inspiration. How does that work again?
Roll a d8 extra.
Okay,
Right,
so
I
I'm
already used the
using
luck
my
point.
inspiration.
17 for blood scale.
17.
Okay, and then I'm using my
And-
inspiration.
E8.
All right, so 18 for Visera.
And
17 for
17 for
Blitzkrieg.
me.
17. So
Where do we have
17
inspiration
18.
from?
Your clothes.
Because
They get an innate inspiration throughout each day.
What is that, a D8?
D8.
Yep.
Forgot about that. God damn it, come on.
17. Oh my god,
So
dude!
11 for Musa, and then Tazir here. She's gonna also use her inspiration.
He's an 8.
10, actually, 10 for Musa.
And a dirty 20 from
That might
Tazir.
make up for it.
So overall, so as you guys kind of land, and then there's this there's this as the crowd goes insane, and then overall you see that the music kind of dials down a little bit. You see the three judges, and as you see one of the branches of this giant ant, it reaches out and it points to the ceiling. Squalia, and then the Pegasus on the other side turns and points to you guys. And then Squaliac, as he kind of looks over the band, he conducts the last little bit of it, and then wraps it, and then he kind of smiles. And he looks over, he's like, it's down to this, isn't it? The last little bit. Well, I'm sorry, but this time I have to give it to the Sealy. Sorry, guys, they just outrolled you.
I clap.
That's fine.
Oh no,
No,
no.
it's-
I clap too, like we're all being
It's a
good
dance.
sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean,
So-
technically, we also won the
couldn't
dinner,
give
so it's
myself
fine.
to the rhythm.
man, really well done though, guys. So that's where we're gonna go ahead and for no, you know what? Let's get you guys to bed so we can start the game the next day. So
Let's talk that stuff out.
perfect. So with that, he's like, and so that concludes the games for the day. If you'd like to stay for dinner, of course, you're all more than welcome. If not, we will see you in the morning. The hunt, the most dangerous hunt, begins. And he kind of gives a smile and a bow, and there's like,
How did it's not that dangerous? I'm just
What
kidding.
does that mean? Don't we do that on the daily?
Yeah, pretty much.
so, with that, now since you guys have already kind of done a really, really good meal, I don't feel the need to go into another full meal unless you guys want.
Yeah,
to
we
get
won't
anything.
go into depth.
But is there any moments or anything you were looking for during a meal?
I was gonna go at some point. I was gonna go over to Squaliac.
Mm-hmm.
My face is going to be super serious, like
Sure.
funsies. But I'm just gonna reach out a hand. Like that was fair.
All I call it like I see. And he shakes your hand back.
Little bit of respect. Just
I lean-
It'll go a long way. Just a little bit.
I walk up and I go, so how much money did you win today?
Oh, enough to keep me drunk for quite a while.
Oh, I did my part, don't you forget.
Oh, I won't. I don't forget either.
And don't forget the Dawnforged company. And I flirt with a flourish, throw up the little symbol, and then wave it away. And then I walk off.
Perfect. All right, and then with that,
Bloodscale is going to catch an actual drink with the Minotaur.
okay, so
Drinking
there is-
with Minotaur.
because the game's wrapped a little bit early today with how the events went. There is kind of like a small after, like it's almost like a drink hour after the meal
After
where
party.
there's like small tables and things like that.
Cocktails.
Just yeah, exactly, cocktails. You know, some light
Smooth jazz.
things to eat. Yeah, kind of exactly that. And then but you see Velthram, he's like standing and he's just sitting his back against the wall and he's just looking and he's just smiling at everything around him. And he's got this gigantic, it's almost the size of a pony keg that he's clearly just broken to make a mug. It doesn't even have a handle. It just fits in his giant ass hand.
Art.
I think he's
Wow.
cut it out terribly.
Yeah, I think he cut out real bad.
Oh, sorry. No, okay, so he had a pony.
It's a piano
Basically, he has, instead of a glass, he has basically a pony keg size that he's clearly just ripped the top off of and like broken, and then kind of punched down a side so he can drink out of it and not get splinters. And he's holding that, just smiling, looking at everybody who's having a wonderful time drinking these super delicate glasses and everything. And he takes the big chug from his giant beer.
I'll somehow find a stein of ale.
Easy enough. You find that like if you lean on a table and you're like, man, I need and you look down and there's a stein just your size and it's full of ale.
Cool. I'll get it. I'll take it and I'll go over to him. Fucking good job, buddy.
Hey, good job to you. I can't believe you broke it on your first, second, your first time hitting it.
He kind of gives you a big like cheers.
Yeah, there was something weird to that mace, man. All
I know,
mace,
I-
hammer. You're doing some damage though.
Yeah, I could have sworn I was one away.
Speaking of, hey, and I give him the slight elbow and I point over to Forest Knight. Hey, Forest!
Comes over.
What do you want? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think he was gonna come over. I think he was gonna be the douchebag and Celia over at their table.
And now what will you do?
Even though he's right there, I salute him
Gives you a
with
nod.
the stein.
You see, he
Come
has
on.
kind of like more of a wine glass, and kind of. And
I
it's like blood
nudged the
red wine.
goddamn Minotaur again. Come on.
Huh? Oh!
And he kind of like walks over.
Who has the bag of holding?
Who's it does at the
Let's
moment?
go.
He does right now. No, he gave it
Okay.
to you with his.
No, I
eyes.
gave
Who also
it,
has
I
my
gave it back
axe.
to.
No, he gave it back to you at the beginning of the day when he went into his test of strength.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
Did you give it to him
Yeah.
after the test of strength? Is that what you're
If you
saying,
say
Mike?
no, that would explain your bad performance rolls. 'Cause we're way down.
Yes, it was choking me. I was unfamiliar with the equipment. That is totally what it was.
I totally need to add stuff into the bag of holding.
I'm just trying to get the Minotaur to also salute the Forest Knight because fuck it.
He does. He gives him like this cheers, and a little bit of beer splishes out. And he like as he looks down, you see it just absorbs into the floor, and it.
Hell? I don't care. It doesn't run out. It's cool.
I will down my stein and make small talk until Forest Knight looks like he wants to fuck off, and then I'll make an excuse to fuck off myself as well.
You can't down it.
Parties, am I right?
You chug like you go to down it, and it just doesn't seem to end.
No, I mean I'm not doing the dumb like, well, this is still going. I have to keep going. I'm like, no, man, that's good. Fuck it.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So you get to where you're comfortable, and then you see the unseelie stay for exactly the equivalent of one drink. Like they're there for about 10-15 minutes, and
Gotta
then
get your free drink and get the fuck out.
yeah, exactly. And then you see they
It's
all
like the
kind of
company
look over,
Christmas party.
They nod, and then they head to their rooms.
I gotta go get with my team.
Perfect. And
Big
so
day
as
tomorrow.
You guys head to your
Fucking
rooms.
good job, bud.
You
I
too.
actually had
We
some...
should fight sometime.
Yeah, I'd totally be down, but I would probably have my axe.
Oh yeah, I could bring my hammer.
Yep.
Cool. Drink,
Down, boy.
Drink. And then, so you head back to your room, and so as you guys you headed to the room, you know, her Sam once again, you know, stops in and checks in on you, and you notice that your clothes throughout the entire process of the day haven't torn, you haven't sweat at all in them. You feel like you've been cleanly showered the entire day, like you never lost that clean shower feeling.
Okay. Whoever has the bag of holding,
I'll take that back.
There you go.
I go over to Bloodscale. I'm like, Bloodscale, I need to give you some stuff for the bag. Can I?
Yeah, just hold it open.
Alright, so I wrote it down in my features and traits. It's a scimitar, 6 javelins, and a studded leather armor AC 12.
Okay. Hey, Uza!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scimitar, 6 javelins, studded armor.
Oh God. Hold on.
Did you put the? Did you
one more
clip
time.
it to the bag?
No. It's in
Okay,
my
that's
pocket.
fine. I'd probably lose it.
Yeah. So scimitar, leather armor, 6 javelins.
Studded leather armor.
Studded leather armor, 6 scimitars, 1 javelin.
How am I getting this right and you're not?
Because I'm
6
fucking
javelins.
everything up today. The
Well,
one
fuck it
good
up
thing
today,
I
so
did
tomorrow you're on par.
was pointless. It's fine.
Fuck it up today, so tomorrow's on point. That's fine.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
I am going to see if I gotta talk to her Sam when he gets.
Okay. Perfect. So
Is it alright for me to step outside and collect some leaves and shit?
yeah. It's. I mean, it's not dark or anything. It never is dark here, but there is a darkness that's created through the windows and everything where you're staying only in your quarters. The rest of the time, it's bright summer day, beautiful outside.
Okay, so I'm gonna go outside and pick about 5 leaves.
Are you picking them or picking them up off the ground?
Picking them up off the ground, preferably.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead and mark 5 summer.
Hay leaves.
5 summer fay leaves.
Oh, okay, so I have 3 hay leaf, and now I need to add 5 summer leaves.
Perfect. And then Uzi, you said you wanted to talk to her Sam.
Oh my God! The whole bag smells like barn spice.
Ah, that's
Hey,
sweet.
don't make fun
Hey,
of my.
here's him. Here's him.
I still have a pound on my person, so
On your person?
Pounds in this
Are
thing.
you
Yes.
wearing it as padding? Crazy.
pretty much.
Or do you
you
just
an
have like a
additional
little
0.5
bail on your back,
ERC?
like a backpack?
It said I had to give them some shit because I'm like, I can't walk with all this crap.
You guys spent like hours.
Got it in a little
collecting
hobo
it.
bindle.
Yeah. Little.
Encumbered.
Is Ty not talking, or did he cut out again?
I'm here.
No, I'm hearing him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So her Sam comes in and he checks on all of you and he's like, excellently done today. We need only one more victory and we can claim it. The dance, that's a tough one. But very well done as far as the Wizards duel. Turning them against each other and a very excellent idea, and then using the Minotaur as a bullet was something that both of you did, but I think you did a little better. And then making him attack him, that was fantastic.
He is out right now. I don't know what he's doing.
That's okay. And so he just kind of nods, and then, is there anything you need before tomorrow?
Yes.
Chicken in the fridge.
Oh, okay. Supplies.
I had questions.
All right.
So I
Well,
was
hopefully
putting
I'll
away
have
food.
answers. And what do you mean supplies?
Just some basic stuff if you got it. Let's see.
Yes.
I want to start making some more of my potions. All right, like
There's
that's
not gonna be. You're not gonna be able to do that here and now. Like it takes too much time to make the potion. You won't have time to do it before all the games and things like that. It takes like 8 hours to make.
Could try to gather the ingredients. Though.
yeah. I'm gonna try to gather some of the ingredients if I can.
Which one do you want him to see if he can find for?
Well, I have a shit ton of mushroom spores, so that's probably not it. But I want to make some more. What is it? Mauling madness.
Mauling madness. Okay.
Gotta
Let's
love
see.
that. Mauling madness.
All right. let's see what I can do.
Mauling.
Mauling
And-
madness.
Sunday,
My Sarah, my Sarah still has my dead man's revenge.
Do
So-
I? I thought I gave you
No,
back-
no, I didn't want dead man's revenge back. You had that
okay.
originally. I
Okay,
just
cool.
wanted Fire Scourge, Mauling Madness, and Euphoria Breath back.
Cool. Cool.
Oh, and I want to ask him to identify a necklace for me.
Hey.
Which necklace?
Ty, if you're
Oh.
talking, we can't hear you.
What necklace did you want identified?
It's the yellow rock necklace Dryad.
Oh, the one
Picked it
found
up
on
off the Dryad.
of the Dryad. Yeah, it is not magical. But as
Not
he,
magic.
As he holds it, he kind of looks and he is like, oh, well, I guess she is dead then. Oh well.
Uh-oh.
And he kind of hands it back.
Should
That
I
sounds
give it to
sad.
somebody?
I don't think there's anybody who would care, unfortunately.
Sad.
The Dryad was the former Twister Knight.
Yes, we had suspected for a while, but with the knights being completely armored, we had no real proof that another one of ours was called to her court. And once they are gone, we can only hope they come back, because she gets in their heads and convinces them that whatever we say is a lie, whatever she
Oh.
says is the truth.
Is the thin blue knight gonna be in the hunt tomorrow?
Yes.
You may want to see if you can't get a meeting with the Queen of Air and Darkness.
A meeting with the Queen of Air and Darkness. Why?
Queen of Air and Darkness might be interested to know that that knight is actually working for her sister.
Oh.
Interesting. And so, reveal that now and rob her of one of the people in the hunt? It's, devious, but...
That be
It would
now
also-
or
it would also
tomorrow
tech-
morning?
It would also technically rob her sister of another person in the hunt when you think about it.
Yes. Absolutely.
It would weaken both of them, so.
I will think of a way to do this. Interesting.
Oh, if you want, you could tell her that if she won't meet with you, we'll reveal the name of her undying prince.
Oh, interesting.
And if she
Oh.
says we don't have the information, just say he's the son of a winemaker who's very influential around here.
You know what? I will choose my moment.
That's fair. I'm just giving you all the ammo I can.
Excellent. And-
Alright,
So here's
Deadpool.
Stan.
Deadpool. Was I needed?
No, you're good.
Was I being called wife?
He
Or
was
just-
just saying good job.
Yeah, he was talking to
Eh.
Bloodscale.
No, then Bloodscale's response to like, "Yep, mm-hmm. We'll talk later."
Definitely. All right, and then what did you want to say, Uza?
I was so many questions, so many of the questions. I kind of zoned out for the first part of today. To be totally honest, there was a part I cast a spell, I did my thing, and then I was like, I missed out a lot. Pretty bummed.
Yes.
But the hunt,
Yes.
I can bring my magical items.
Absolutely.
Okay, can I use one of my magical items before entering the arena?
I don't see why not. What are you thinking?
Hey, Bloodscale, can I borrow your shadow tomorrow?
He's not here.
Oh.
He just,
We're gonna assume he says yes because he let you do it before.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Can
'cause
he
it's-
borrow your shadow? You're
What do you
muted.
say?
I was gonna ask, please, can I borrow your shadow tomorrow, Buzzkill?
Yeah, you said please. Sure, dude.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, there's a lot of pressure on me now because I feel like you guys all have kicked a lot of ass, and if I don't tomorrow, I'm gonna be letting down the group.
Do you have any idea how much I thought I was going to lose?
Right, but you guys set the the bar was here. Now the bar's up here because you guys kicked so much ass. It's
Well, we're all working together, aren't we?
Yeah, we already won. Like, it's fine. This is actually low stakes, low pressure. We'll just do what we can, have fun, and we'll probably still rock this, you know?
Yeah, Hersan,
we have the hunt and then the battle royale, right?
Hersan, we've won the majority of the events already, right?
Absolutely. You can lose the next 2, and you won't have to worry about losing overall.
I don't want to.
I'll do like that.
Look, here's a.
Huh.
You kick ass because you're kick ass, not because you owe us anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Same goes for you, Taz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for that then, I'm assuming the cloaked gentleman over there is going to be partaking in the hunt for the Sealy. The Flynn, the guy from the Flynn Order.
That's correct.
All right, and then is it going to be the Triton or the Centaur?
The Triton.
I think the Centaur already went.
Is the
Yeah.
Centaur already went?
Centaur was the Riddler.
Okay, so it's-
It'll be the Triton. and
Oh,
the
okay, it'll be the
Flynn.
Triton. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the pass without a trace underneath the Centaur belly move, although would have been nice to know about that. And then Blue Knight, which may or may not be present tomorrow morning, and the Twister Knight?
It'll be the Twister and Rain. Right.
If the Twister, while not the same, has similar abilities, watch out for like this Spirit Puncher. Don't
Because all we
get
have to do
Orin
is-
to death.
All we have to do is land a first hit, correct?
No, you have to defeat them.
Oh, okay.
You want them to kind of ambush each other first, and then
Yeah.
pick the bones.
Yeah.
You have to hunt and defeat. So
Okay.
that's the tricky part.
Okay.
Just watch out for her stand, is all I'm saying.
By Sayre, you think you could cast Fly on Taz?
I
Before
think
the
I could
match?
do. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That is one you'd have to
The
be
thing
tricky
being-
about.
Uh,
Why don't you put it in the ring? Then she can cast it herself.
Ooh.
there we go. Yep. Alright. Cast
I'm
Fly
thinking.
into the spell storing ring and I give it to Taz.
Perfect. What level is Fly?
3.
3. And there's 2 slots left in that ring if you want to use it.
Could you throw an invisibility in there?
Invisibility is 4, so it can store up to 5 levels, but unfortunately, invisibility is a 4th level spell. I could do that instead of Fly, and you guys could pincer something, or set a
Well,
trap.
I'm going to be at advantage because of my feet, as long as I move slowly.
I can
Taz has
also
passed
add
without
in
trace,
an
I
alt,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Taz does have
I could
pass
also-
without a trace.
toss in an enthrall or an alter self, if you wanted to do Fly and then something else.
You
I'll leave that one up to Taz.
okay? So we'll get it started when Taz is here, and then Taz does that. Well, I could. I cure wounds. I could put 2 level 1s in there or 1 level 2 before I go to bed, and so I'll make sure to bring that up to her. Other than
Oh,
that,
Hearsam can load the
Yes.
ring, right?
I absolutely could, but
Man.
I don't know if my magic will hold in that ring. It's a little intense. I could probably do 1st or 2nd level without any problem, though.
Mesno's got anything cool at 5th level?
Mesnos does have lots of cool spells.
I could just fucking drop an immolate in there. and if you use it from out of stealth, you'll get the sneak attack immolate. You
Oh,
know.
shit.
No, they won't. It'll be cast.
Yeah, because that's
That's
a
you
special for
sneaking
you
up on that.
thing.
Yeah, that's a special for you. It cast at the same spellcasting modifier and damage and everything, but it would not be the sneak attack. That's special to you.
Right, and it uses my stats casting out of the ring as though I cast it.
No. So your sneak attack is the way that you innately took up the ability to sneak up on somebody and able to hit them
Right.
specifically.
I'm saying
It's
if
the way...
Uza has sneak attack though, right?
No, it doesn't work that. He doesn't know how to sneak attack. It doesn't work that way. Sorry, dude.
Uza doesn't know how to sneak attack with spells.
Yeah, I got my.
Right.
But I do have a pretty sick
Plus,
ass
it uses
bow
your
that
stats, not your abilities.
I have a pretty sick ass bow that I'm really excited to
Mesnos.
try and use.
Mesnos is like, if you really are looking something as like a desperation measure, I do have Infernal Calling. You could summon me through the ring.
Third man on the field.
That's his 5th level spell,
Oh.
and
Oh
it's his
my
true
God.
form, and you know his devil name, so you can use it to summon Mesnos' true form into the arena. Because you made me look at his spells, and I rolled to see how smart he was, and if he'd think of it, and he fucking did.
So really, you're summoning a
think,
demon,
Sam?
but it's our rat boy.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think, Sam? Like, even if we get disqualified, that's a good fucking let's do this shit, right?
Yeah, they
Bigger
said
gamble.
magical items, so I'd say that's probably worth having. And
Gotta
as
say,
he's not a
this is
participant,
Sweet.
he is not he's not a participant. He's not one of your party. You're not adding somebody from your party. I'd say it'd be the same as if they were to summon a bear or something with summon fey creatures. I see no problem
Which
with it.
Or if they summon their own demon somehow.
Or if they, yeah, exactly. Or if they're using a familiar, it's the same thing. A summoned ally. I see no problem with this.
It's like your bird, Uza.
Can Faf go with them?
Faf, we entered Faf as your familiar, so you have to
Alright.
continue to.
I've had to check.
I've got a Maverick's
I
gonna
think
come with
Mesnos
me.
is more than enough.
Like, I've
Is there
seen,
gonna be-
like, big
So
old
I,
demon
uh,
Mesnos. This is gonna be fucky for them. That's gonna be great.
It's
I
internal
hand,
calling, and what's Mesnos' true name? So I have it written down. 'Cause it's been a minute.
Mesnos. I'm just kidding.
So it's
I hand Mesnos the spell storing ring for him to cast it into.
okay, perfect. And then so he casts the spell into it. So Mesnos' true name, none of you know the translation of it. It just sounds like a bunch of demonic things so far. Let me see if I've.
Actually, what's
I know.
Zephyr?
No, let's see. Hold on one second.
Because I speak of the language.
Oh shit. He shared his name.
And I
with
can
you
mimic
because-
it.
So Mesnos is his name. I forgot.
yeah,
he
wasn't
shared
that
his.
at the beginning?
Yeah, he shared
It
his true
was
name with you
Mesnos.
because it would be the name that you'd recognize it under. So yeah, it's just Mesnos.
Cool.
But it's because he has this dualic nature. He is.
That's not his full name, though, right?
It
I
actually
think it's his
is.
full first name.
No, it's his full name. It's the thing is, it doesn't matter how long the name is. If somebody finds it out, if you're a full demon, they can use it against you. But he's got this weird in between thing now, so he works a little differently. He's a strange
Okay.
one.
Good, because otherwise he would have been fucked.
Oh yeah. At any point,
Anybody
like,
could call him up.
Well, at any point before he was fused to the rat, you guys could have literally forced him to do whatever you wanted through using his true name.
I want to see if anybody's paying
Okay.
attention to our conversation.
As you look around, this place is completely sealed, like the windows and everything. There's nobody in this area.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. So that's a good plan. So that's going to go to Zephyr, right? And
Okay.
then I'm going to borrow your shadow.
What's
gonna
going
be-
to
Go to
be-
Taz. It's
Or
going to
Taz, sorry,
Taz.
not Zephyr. My bad. I'm nervous. There's a lot of Z's going on. Yeah, okay. So
Who is in this next thing? Is it just Taz, or...
Oh, it's
Me
it's
and Taz.
Taz and Uza.
Okay.
The stealthy hunt. It's
Okay.
two people.
Gotcha.
Once again, Tusa
Okay.
rises.
I'm. Oh, you know what? I'm going to question for you, Ty.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to answer my own fucking question here once I actually look at the damn
Sure.
Jim Bane's electrical glove.
Yeah.
The damage that I can cast through it.
Yeah.
Can I put that into an arrow? Or does it have to be a melee attack?
It has to be a touch attack because you're melee spell touch attack because you're channeling it through the glove. You would just channel into the arrow and burn your arrow up.
Okay, so what about if I held my dagger in the glove, jammed that in, into somebody, got sneak attack, and then dispersed one of the charges.
I wouldn't add it to the sneak attack damage because it's kind of a separate source of damage, whereas the knife is the thing. Your sneak attack is finding the place to stab and getting that quick jab in. But you can add the electrical damage to the attack, definitely. Because I see no reason your dagger wouldn't conduct the electricity, so you can use your regular. You don't have to do a melee spell attack. You can use your dagger proficiency and add to the plus to hit as well.
But I wouldn't get sneak attack.
No, you wouldn't be. You wouldn't get. No, you'd still get sneak attack, but you wouldn't.
Oh, it just.
Sorry. Yes, sorry. My brain got scrambled there. I was thinking of doubling.
No, you're good. I'm not trying to turn my damage electrical.
No,
I'm just trying to stack as many damage into a single hit.
I was thinking assassinate. That's my fault. Yes, yeah, you can definitely add that to a sneak attack because there's no reason your dagger would not channel electricity, and your glove is completely encasing you so you don't hurt yourself. Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay. And then, alright, then I'm going to unattune from my armor, and I'm going to attune to Dimbane's electrical glove.
Killer. Alright. And with that, you all find another lovely sleep inside of the almost pillow cloud perfect support and silk billion count thread sheets before you guys drift off to sleep and are ready for the next day. That's where we'll go.
Definitely gonna try and steal these sheets before we go.
Dude, I already have like a pair in the bag of holding.
That's
Just
what I'm
ask for a
saying.
set as part of the winner's purse.
I like
I
you guys
definitely
don't
will.
ever ask for anything.
Oh no! By steal I meant get me. Get me some.
Yeah. All right, perfect. So with that, we'll go and wrap up the stream. Don't forget to check out DM Emporium at dmemporium.com. Check out.
Hi, what can you get at DM Emporium? What cool things?
Cool things. You can get shirts, tunics. You can get dice towers. We actually have an upcoming deal where we might be able to do custom items that is really exciting.
Custom items? That would be amazing.
Yes. There's also, dice, of course. Anything, drinking horns, steins, anything. There's so many things to enhance your tabletop experience or just your daily life, because drinking out of a Viking horn is never a bad thing.
Confidence boost right there for sure.
And so you can go ahead and check that out. Also, don't forget we have our first kind of supported streamer. That's going to be our featured streamer is Molly Canhas. Check out her at twitch.tv/MollyCanhas and use her code CanHas10 to get 10% off at your time of checkout with Demon Emporium.
Golly gee,
And
10% off. That's crazy.
Every time you do that, part of the sales go to Molly to help build her stream because she is awesome. Other than that,
I demand puppy!
Snuggle a pup, so we'll be right back.
I make him the outro in an angelic voice.
I demand puppy!
Molly is heckin' awesome, Tata. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Super cool that you tuned into the D&D game here tonight. We
Yeah,
do this every
thanks for
Tuesday,
hanging.
by the way. Yeah, if you're ever interested in where all this nonsense is going, you can tune in every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. 6:30ish, sorry. We
6:30.
try and start on time. Sometimes it's a little late, because coordinating people is hard. Adults and whatnot. But, yeah, good to have people in the chat.
Always.
Ty's, you're gonna get a treat here. Ty's dog is, well, it's funny. It used to be a pup. It used to be tiny little dog. Wait till you see the monster he's gonna bring in here and pretend like it's a pup.
Okay.
Oh, he
That's
got
good.
a baby!
What
He
is
got
this?
the pretty baby.
The pups are all snuggled in bed with the wife, so we're bringing Irene.
All right, do
in.
the outro in your angel voice.
I read the prettiest.
I've redeemed it.
Hold on.
I've redeemed it.
Perfect. 1 second. Okay, where's the rainbows? Hey, look, like I've had a day. Look at me, this is ridiculous. Alright, where is the... I know, buddy. What the heck is it?
Irene's the prettiest.
She is a
Cat. That's
gorgeous-
Irene Catler, by the way.
Yes, Irene Cadler. She's my girl. We'll do this, screw it. We'll do the really fun weird one instead of Angelica, because my
Okay.
stuff is all scredoodled. Oh, okay, and it's frozen. That's wonderful. Okay, so we'll do it this way.
Alright, you don't have to do it. Just do the outro. It's fine. You owe me an angelic voice at some point.
So, goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching. Oh, there it is. There we go. Thank you, everyone. With me and Irene, we say goodbye. we hope you have a good night. We hope to see you next week. And if you want to catch more, I'll be on Featherfall tomorrow.
That's
Catch me on
Featherfall
Twitter,
Tablecot, Featherfall TT on Twitch.
twitch.tv/FeatherfallTT. And with that, we'll say good night. Bye, y'all.
Night.
Hello.